spend some time with the dead.
On demand almost. We'd be like, hey, can you like touch the duck or make it go off? And it would just start lighting up and going crazy.
Why should we be afraid of you?
Able to hear ourselves, so keep
Hello and welcome to What Goes Bump Tonight. I'm your host, Riley Clark, and alongside me, as always, is
Trevor Jensen.
and today our special guest, Spirit Walk Paranormal.
Gang.
Gang violence.
Hello, guys.
Gang violence.
Yeah.
I like
Thanks for
rocks.
energy. Like
Thanks
that.
for having us.
Of course, dude. We've been looking forward to this one all week. Like Riley, as soon as he was like, guess who we got as a guest this week? And I was like, oh, and he goes, you need to go watch their videos now.
Oh, shit.
And then I went and I watched the videos and I said, oh shit, I feel like a monkey throwing poop at a wall because that quality is wow.
Yeah, dude, that's definitely one of the first
Yeah,
things
yeah.
I noticed about your guys' videos is like the production quality is crazy.
Thank you
Top
so
of the
much.
top.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We work really, really hard on lighting, B-roll, making sure all the cinematography is all good and just making the content as authentic as we can. I mean, we want to make it entertaining, but we also,
Yeah.
if nothing's happening, there are boring parts to investigating.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely is.
TV
Yeah,
show.
you got to keep that production value up, but it's also like, hey, we're not just like faking shit, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
at the same time,
Never.
like I get you like paying attention to the little details like that. Like the lighting is so big because like me and Riley for like the first 3 or 4, like let's film our investigations. It was crotch shots, feet. It was darkness. It's like what were we thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, lighting is key for sure.
Yeah, and we're just definitely just starting to like understand
yeah.
that in, like the film production. And that's like one of the first things I noticed about your guys' videos. I was like, damn, like you can see it. Everything looks so clear in depth and like
Mhm.
you almost feel immersed in it because of the image quality. So bravo, guys. Bravo.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
to me,
Thank you,
I'm
thank you,
like-
thank you.
Understanding is like kind of being generous because like I don't know if I grasp this yet all the way where it's like yeah, it is an art form. So speaking of art forms, how long have you guys been doing this then?
Oh, that's I love answering this question. I started the project in the fall of 2017. It started with this other podcast called Merritt and Karen, the WVU co-ed murders by Appalachian Mysteria. Great podcast where they do in-depth searches on different like cases and things. And it kind of hit home because the WVU co-ed murders happened in Morgantown, where we're from.
Oh shit.
And so this happened back in the 70s. 2 girls went missing on January 18th, 1970. They were found 3 months later off of a dirt road, and they were found decapitated, and their heads were never found.
I have a fucking development in this, dude. This happened like 2 hours ago.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh,
The-
you continue. I'm gonna let you have your moment.
Okay.
But Rihanna had the greatest music video of all time. But no. No. Okay, so this
Damn
just
straight.
fucking happened. Okay, no, but you
For the
what I have to say isn't gonna make sense unless you say what you say.
for the co-ed murders. Okay.
All
All right. So 1970, missing for 3 months. West Virginia State Police received some strange cryptic letters in the mail from a psychic medium saying the girls' bodies would be found 25 miles directly south of Morgantown.
Mhm.
It pushed the search on, and then on April 16th, 1970, 88 days after they went missing, their bodies were found decapitated and their heads were never found.
Shit.
There has never been so there was one person who was convicted of the murder after confessing, but his timeline does not add up. He was already serving time in New Jersey, decided to confess to the murders after reading about it in an article that was published in a detective magazine in 1973 and again in 1975. And so everyone believes that this guy did not kill the girls, but got convicted anyways. However, there's been recent developments leading to, you know, someone more locally known to have committed the murders, and so they're dead. So we can't really convict them of anything, but through paranormal research, maybe we can get some confirmation
Right.
on like who actually did it. And so since November of 2017, been working on the case, still work on it. We just put out a brand new episode surrounding the case a few weeks ago. It was our most recent episode on our channel. But then we do like the one and done locations. But before we move on to the one and dones, what the hell do you have to tell me?
Okay. So
Speak into that.
Yeah, a little closer.
Sorry. So I just started a new job at a cell phone store, and I'm in training. You know, just watching what my leader's doing.
Yep.
And can't remember how we got onto it, but it came out that I do paranormal investigations, and we had just come back from Fairfield and all that. But he had mentioned that was cool, and I go back to doing my thing, and he starts talking about the weird minds and how like two heads were found that belonged to these two teenage girls that got murdered way back in the day. And I'm like half listening to this guy because I'm trying to pay attention to what my boss is trying to teach me. And then that like after a second that like the beep went off on the microwave.
Ding.
And I was like, holy fuck, wait. I looked at this man. I said, excuse me, sir, what the hell did you just say?
Wait, he said two heads were found?
He said two heads were found in the weird minds. So I
don't know this.
I said, dude, first time I've ever heard this.
No.
So at first he was talking about like this weird house that's abandoned on top of a hill right across from the weird mine, and he was telling us like that there's people that go in there all the time. And a couple seconds later, he's talking to his wife about how heads were found in the weird mine. I look at this man. I said, "What the hell did you just say?" And then I caught myself. I'm like, excuse me. I said, we have, my team and I and several other very close associates of ours have been investigating this for years.
Yeah.
For years.
Wow.
And we had always, because he said that the bodies had never been found. And I said, well,
no.
I said,
the bodies were found.
That's what I said. I said, this is uncannily similar to the co-ed murders, Merritt and Karen back in this.
Yeah.
It was 70, right?
Yeah, 1970.
It was 70. I looked at him and I said, Merritt and Karen, they got murdered in like 69, 70? And he was like, well, I'm not sure. I said, so we had always heard that the bodies were never found.
No.
Or the bodies were found, but the heads never were.
Yeah.
And I explained to him, Dave, I mentioned how Dave was, I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, go watch the series.
You got to watch the series.
Yeah.
I spoke about an associate that we knew that had some wicked firsthand accounts on where these bodies were. And now we're hearing that the heads are in weird mine. We have never heard of this. So I haven't, this happened so recently. I've been so busy at work and trying to get here. I hadn't even had the chance to look this up to give it any credit.
Wait, when did you hear about this?
Like literally like an hour and a half ago.
Oh, that's why you didn't me.
That's so awesome.
Like it just happened. Like it blew my mind, dude. And this is like an old hat. Like he's not like
I wonder if
a young dude. This dude's old.
Yeah,
bro.
but I wonder if he's misremembering.
He could be because
I mean the bodies.
I feel like something like that would be like
similar.
huge news and like the like true crime culture. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like
It is also hard to like,
but it's also weird.
misinterpret heads and bodies. Where it's like, yo, if I think I found a head, that's a lot more heavy than a body to me.
And if heads were found, you think it would have been publicized and we wouldn't be on this?
Well, but I could
chase.
also see heads being found and not bodies, and there being like a smaller investigation put into it. No bodies
it would
being found,
also
and they
have
put it
to
to
be
rest.
skulls,
You know what I mean?
Though.
Oh yeah,
And you would think like,
be
I
so.
wonder like if they would have found them a while ago, and then whatever, like, however they process that
Well, because
DNA evidence.
there's a lot of people that don't know about the co-eds either.
Yeah.
I had
However,
no idea about this.
I want
Right.
I want to make a note here. Just a little bit ago when you said there's this old house in the woods on the Weird Mine where is that where he said that they found them?
No, he said they found the heads in the mine.
In the mine, like near that old house?
Probably. I mean, he the way he was describing it sounded like you could see the entrance to the mine from the house.
Do you know we were in that house?
You know the house I'm talking about?
The haunted house in the woods episode that we put out when me, you, and Jesse Ray went out?
That's not the house near Wheaton Mines.
It's on Weird Mine Road, bro. Just so you know,
We were in the
Just-
fucking house.
we were in the fucking house.
And then the
Oh
plot
my
thickens
and dude,
even
we were
more.
talking about
about
Ivan
co-eds.
and shit when we were there.
Yeah, they
Just
call it the
imagine
they
if
call,
you
they call it
guys
the
were
witch's
the
house.
finders. That's pretty cool, though. The
See, he
witch's
told me they
house.
call it the
I
haunted
mean-
house, but he might be also
Well,
misremembering things.
Well, Tim had told me that they travel those roads. Tim is a guy that has been on some investigations with us, helped us get an
Good
interview.
dude. Shout out Tim.
Shout out Tim Foreman.
Shout out Tim.
And yeah, him and all his friends call it the witch's house. But it's the only abandoned house out there still standing with like an old cellar built into like the backside of the hill where the REM pod was going off.
We had a lot of
A lot of weird shit out
I
there.
don't know. It
That's
sounds like a place
odd.
someone could find two skulls.
Yeah,
what if that's where the heads were found?
dude.
For one, I don't know if the heads were found because
Or
West Virginia State
allegedly.
Police, allegedly, if they were found, why hasn't anybody like put two and two together? They
Because
were
1970s and people are just, dude, weirder things have happened and cops have been way more like lackadaisical on way higher
Oh.
profile cases.
yeah, like
Cops
Zodiac.
may or may not have been involved.
Not
in
working
this
together.
particular one.
But yeah, on the map, dude, where we're at.
Not in the crime, but in the
Oh,
cover up.
since we hit 5,000 subscribers, we do have to do. Thank you. We do have to go back out there at night and do a night investigation. now.
fuck you!
No, yeah, dude, I put it at the end of the video. If we hit 5,000 subscribers, we would go do a night investigation at this creepy ass abandoned house in the woods.
It's not so
Hell
much that
yeah.
the house is creepy; it's that like it's gonna be dark and the floor is not a floor.
Only on-
That's when it gets more fun.
I mean,
I don't have that. Well, no, I got Blue Cross now.
we can investigate the grounds too. It's not all the house, but it is fucking weird. If you guys
is,
haven't
yeah.
checked out
Mhm.
the episode, and it was
I
during the
watched it.
daytime.
Yeah,
When
I
we
think
went
I've
out
seen
there.
that video.
Like we were just in the middle of the woods hanging out. A buddy of mine told me about this haunted house. He was just like, "Yeah, this place is fucking creepy. You guys should come check it out."
What's his name? Brandon.
Jesse
That's what I
Ray,
said.
Jesse Ray, and Jesse Ray. He took us out there, and we brought a couple of devices with us, and REM pods going off, getting some like stuff on Ghost Tube, which Ghost Tube's weird as
It
like
is weird.
like yeah,
is
it's fun and it's. I don't want to say I believe it like 100% of the time, but dude, there's sometimes like investigating the co-ed murder case. We were in a mine shaft like dump area, and we were out there with. Oh, thanks, Patricia. We were out there with Dave Campbell. He was 15 years old at the time, helping the National Guard search the area of where Merritt and Karen's bodies were found, and he was actually with the National Guard. Upon discovering the bodies, they got his ass out of there. In his words, they got me out of there right now. And they got him out of there. And we were at this abandoned shaft. And he goes, we're asking questions and we have Ghost Tube Vox running because Spirit Box gets kind of fucking annoying.
Yeah, it
And-
does.
That's why we use it.
But here's the thing, like we're asking questions and then it says like clear as day, took my comes through. I said, what did they take? Clear as day, head. And we were like, oh shit. And like, where did they take your head? It said at the lake. We have a few lakes surrounding us. So
Yeah.
in our most recent episode that we dropped about the co-ed murders, we went to a couple of different lakes that are in the vicinity where back in the day in Cheat Lake, there would have been a bridge out in the backwaters. We went down to Tigert Lake, which is not too far, but it's far enough out there. And then like the letters that West Virginia State Police received, the psychic medium said 25 miles south of Morgantown, which takes you to Grafton, which is right where Tigert Lake's at. So I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where two like heads could possibly be. I mean, there's miles of forest and
Oh yeah.
endless water like around us, just like the Cheat River, the Mon River, Cheat Lake, Tigert Lake, and then there's like other small lakes. What's up, kitty cat?
He's fucking everything up.
That is the best thing ever. Also,
That is-
shout out to Black Smoke, and I don't know if Ghost Seekers Texas is watching, but shout out Ghost Seekers.
I say Alex is always in the
homie.
chat.
Hell yeah. It's a whole bunch of gang violence going on right now in the upcoming
gang.
paranormal YouTube community,
I
and
love it.
I'm fucking here for it. I'm actually gonna pop on in the like. I need to get in the chat. I normally am prepared and ready, but
I know exactly how that feels. There was a long time where I was just like, Riley, I mentally don't have the fortitude to handle all this at once. Like, give
Yeah.
me a minute and I'll get used to it, and then I'll take care of some of it.
oh shit, yeah, we got people in the chat.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
Hell
Shout out
yeah!
everybody in the chat. We got Black Smoke, Patricia,
Shout out
Those
Dantex.
Dweebs,
Shout out to-
Dantex.
shout the fuck out
Dantex
to
is the
Dantex.
fucking
Casey.
man.
Everywhere. I see everywhere on
hear
everybody's stuff,
Casey?
sharing
Creepy
everybody's stuff.
Confidential.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I do have one thing to ask you about Ghost Fox,
Yeah,
Ghost
dude.
Tube.
Shout out Casey
So
Magic
when
Flow.
we use
Give a
it, we
shout out.
don't allow, because we use it on an extra phone, we don't allow
Yeah.
it to connect to the internet and
Okay.
just make it run just how it goes. So
Mhm.
like in theory, it's not connecting to anything, so it shouldn't say
Shouldn't have
anything
anything come
ever.
through.
Yeah.
And that's when we have words come through where I'm like, okay, that's interesting because it's not reading anything. It's just
Like the
making
name we
noise.
got.
Yeah. Like it's just doing white noise at that point.
Yeah.
So
Like, the apps are weird, man. They're nice to like I said, it's all experimental. Like everything that
Mhm.
every
Yeah.
paranormal investigator does, it's
Oh yeah.
experimental. Like just
Amateur
because-
experts.
yeah, just because you have a REM pod and you kind of know how the REM pod works, like is it a ghost or are you getting a fucking text message? You know, like
Mhm.
you don't know, and we know that walkie talkies. Do not
Yep.
use walkie talkies around any type of REM pod because that radio frequency will mess up the REM pod. You'll get a false positive and think, oh shit, there's a very active ghost around me. No.
Same thing with plasma balls. If you take one of those little plasma things that you can touch where it'll shoot
Oh,
that
yeah,
electricity in your finger, you can point your finger at it and it'll make the devices go off as well. Exploring Harley on one of our live streams demonstrated it live with us. And I was like, no fucking shit, dude.
Hell yeah. I didn't know that. We don't use plasma balls, so like
No, same here.
good to know. We
Yeah,
have
and then Apple Watches too, like how Black Smoke just said. I put my shit on airplane mode every time I use it, or I just take it off and don't wear it.
just regular old time watch. Don't need that electronic shit. Speaking of
hold on. Shout out the Skeletal Gang. You wearing a Skeletal Gang?
no, that's
No,
that's movement.
Just
Because we just dripped out icing.
Yeah, I didn't even wear
We
watch check.
we
I
tend
put my
to-
on and join the gang.
we tend to have the drip game on point, like post investigation, especially like when we're out. Like our most recent one was at Fairfield County Infirmary. That was the most fucking active location I have ever been on.
For one, I've never seen the REM pod go all the way up into purple and orange.
Dude, that not the wildest feeling
It's
ever? though?
crazy.
That was, and it stayed there, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it went and stayed.
There's two locations where I've seen the REM pod go absolutely crazy. You weren't there for either of them, unfortunately. In my local area, I was contacted by a place that is very, very well known that I'm not allowed to speak of the location or what I was doing there. But it's been claimed for years and years that this place has been haunted. So authorities called me and they were like, hey, we can get you into this building at this certain time, but it has to be this date, and it has to be like you basically show up. You can't shoot a lot of B-roll, nothing like that.
This is our time.
I was
So
working a job
they were
that I
like-
had to be up at 3 a.m. for, so it was I could not do it.
So the reason why I can't talk about it is like I can't. I don't want to get these people like fired. So it's totally undisclosed location. But I get to I get to the building, and I set up a REM pod on I'll call it a table. It like. So there was always been like experiences over in like this one section of the building, and people, even the people who called me in, have had experiences there. And then, like, as soon as I set it up, I walked away. This thing just starts firing off, and like that was like a pretty active location as far as like device interaction.
Mhm.
And I mean, like we've had oh, and also I'll send you guys the link to the episode because it's private on YouTube. So I
Oh,
mean,
fuck
I
yeah.
did make an episode for it. If anybody wants that
Gotta
link,
hook the homies up.
shoot Spirit Walk Paranormal a DM on Instagram and we will send you that link. But there is a,
exclusives.
or if you want to support us, patreon.com/Spirit Walk Paranormal. It is posted on there.
Do that.
But for the gang, I'll send you guys the episode because it is a wild ass location. But back to Fairfield
Mhm.
being like hands down, Black Smoke saw it. Fairfield County Infirmary, hands down, the most physically active building I think I have ever been to. Like door slamming, like loud ass fucking knocks.
Mhm.
We got drawn out of the women's jail cell room because of this like loud slamming sound, and we were trying to find out where it came from. And then Marcus goes down a hallway, turns a left, and he goes into this like it's like the doll room, and
Yeah.
he just fucking walks right out, and he's just like no. He's like no shit pushed me out, ain't no fucking way. So we go in there and we start doing. I was like the only thing I had on me, like all of our other devices are on different floors, static cams,
Mhm.
and we were investigating the jail cell area. So like we had nothing, and I was like, you know what, I'll run Ghost Tube Box.
Might as well.
So we're running Ghost Tube Box, and then all of a sudden we hear like what sounds like a heavy object above us being dragged across the floor.
Yeah.
And so
We all looked at each other.
We were like-
we all heard it at the same time.
And
Like,
we-
something fucking moved.
and the crazy part is we were the only 3 people in the building. Like
I love
We
that.
spent a good, what,
I just got
20,
chills up
20
my
30
back.
minutes
Searching.
trying to find that room.
trying to recreate. Oh wait, no. Are you talking
Yep.
for B-roll about the dolls?
No, after we found the noise, we tried
Oh, yeah,
to
we
find
tried to
what
find
could
out.
have moved.
Yeah.
And
I'm
dude,
glad you
here's
guys do that.
Here's the creepy part. So there were a lot of sections on that floor where we think we heard the noise come from
Yeah.
that were just drywalled off. Like they were working on a lot of different things.
Well, then
Damn.
they
It
drywalled off
seemed
the-
like it came from one of the sections that was
was
drywalled.
Yeah,
Because we couldn't get to it.
no,
Yeah.
and like
That's even creepier
The
because
room,
you
if
know
I'm not
there's nobody in
The room
there.
that we could get closest to that it maybe could have sounded like was like being empty. It had like almost like I remember it had like a couple things in it, like maybe like a ball or like, but there wasn't like things.
Yeah, it was just like a 10 by 10 room where it's like
There wasn't
what
like
is
a
happening?
dresser or like a bed frame or like there
Mhm.
was nothing.
It's
that
legitimate
substantial that could've made
poltergeist
noise.
activity.
yeah,
Like what more can you say? Like it when you hear audible sounds like that or audible things being moved like that or manipulated, it's poltergeist activity for sure. And me and Riley have had the same experiences too. And like not to the scale it sounds like you guys have had, but like when that happens and you're trying to recreate or find it, it is
Yeah.
seriously like
Like-
jarring.
The one
What were you-
example.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. The one example I have is when we were at Old Lincoln County Jail, and
hell yeah.
a door actually moved, but like these doors are giant cast iron doors that haven't moved in like 100 years. So
Rusted
they're
as
like
shit.
rusted
getting
in
pushed by a draft.
essentially. And
No
like
way.
we tried to move it, and you had to like give everything you had just to move it like a millimeter, and it had moved like maybe 3 inches because we
I know I
compared
look
the
like a
videos,
pussy,
like
but I
before and
promise.
after, and we were
Well-
like, that's way more in the hallway than it was.
What worried me about hearing what we were hearing, and it didn't dawn on me until we were finished with the night.
Yeah.
But earlier on in the day, Danny bumped into a dresser while we were getting B-roll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I was backing
And-
up trying to get like a really dope
And
cinematic shot of the stairwell.
It was a good, like it wasn't like a oops, like it was a bam.
No,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
my
back into the
ass.
China
Went, I
cabinet.
backed that thing up, dude.
Sorry, he didn't push up on it, but he backed that thing
I
up.
backed that.
Um,
That's what it kind of sounded like that.
that's what I'm getting at. So that noise that
Damn.
we heard sounded like when Danny pushed up against that heavy thing. Because like
It
wasn't,
kind of moved.
it had movement.
Yeah.
And me and Zach heard your fucking voice come through that
Oh,
app
I-
later on in the night.
I wanted to say
It
that,
was
but
your voice to the T, dog. Like
That's
not your inflections,
creepy.
not your little bit of your tone. It was you, dude.
so to preface,
So it has me worried that if we were dealing with some sort of like a mimic,
Yeah.
because it was also really attached to me.
Yes,
So
it was.
whatever's in there likes people.
It likes
Oh,
you,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah,
It likes you. So I want to preface leading up to the voice. So we get into Fairfield County. It's in Lancaster. We get into Lancaster, Ohio. And we go to our hotel, and we go and we check in. And I noticed that our room is room 315, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's funny." I have an affinity with room 314, the Hotel Morgan in Morgantown, West Virginia. The most haunted room in the hotel. I give tours around downtown Morgantown, and I talk about room 314 all the time.
Hell yeah.
When I was photographing weddings with Tony Moran, the maskless Michael Myers from the original Halloween movie.
Oh shit, yeah.
It was down in Williamson, West Virginia, at the old hospital on College Hill. My room was 314 at the Low Hotel, one of the most haunted rooms. That's in Point Pleasant, room 314. So I was like, "Oh, that's funny." I was like, "It's one number off." So we're on our tour of Fairfield County, and we just got done out of women's jail, which is on the 3rd floor. And she's our guide, Patience. She's super awesome. She's telling us about
Shout out Patience.
room 315, and I was like, "No shit." And I was like, "Room 315, that's our fucking hotel room for the night." That's kind of
Wow.
That's kind of
weird.
hilarious.
Little
It's like little
That's
weird coincidence. And then
Billy Mays here. Wait, there's more.
there's more.
Have you ever shit
So-
Chipotle blood?
We just got our mail meter, and we're hearing all this shit. We're running around trying to figure out what's doing what. We come back to the women's jail floor. The fucking we went up to the dungeon in the attic, and we hear this like loud high-pitched tone. And I was like, "Zach, Zach's our camera op." I was like,
Yeah.
"Zach, do you fucking hear that, dude?" And he's like, "Yeah, it sounds like a high-pitched ringing." And then like we were wrapping up being up there in the dungeon, and then like we go towards the stairwell, which leads down to the 3rd floor, and then it stops, and I was like, "That sounds like REM temperature or something."
Yeah.
But the REM was up in the dungeon. I was like, "Oh, that's on the fucking mail."
Oh shit.
So we run down, and it starts going off again, and then it's ringing for a while,
Mm.
and then it stops, and it's like right outside room 315.
Of course it is.
So I was like, if just asking basic questions like, "Hey, if anyone's here," I was like, can you walk up to that thing and make it go off?" Beep, goes off. And I was like, "Do you want us to go into room 315? Beep. And I was like, "All right, well, I'm going to point. Who do you want to go into that room?" I point to me, say my name. Dead silence. I was like, "Do you want Zach to go?" Nothing. And as soon as I go, "Do you want Marcus?" And as soon as I beep, he just
Gotcha.
when you it's gonna be in the episode. When you see the static cam footage of him just being like,
Fuck. Why do I gotta be me?
and he goes in that room, dude. It was honestly
It was kind of nuts.
super, and we investigated for 4 hours. That was it.
Yeah.
And we had
That's wow.
we had
That's
the most
short.
Yeah, the most activity we've ever had. It's the least amount of time I think we've spent on a big location. 4 hours. And we had
That's
more
insane.
shit happen to us in 4 hours than I think spending 8 hours investigating.
Imagine though you got the full allotted time, that you would normally get on an investigation, or even say like a couple of days to like really dive deep into
Oh,
that.
yeah. Immerse
Oof.
ourselves in there. Like
Oh, dude, if we could spend like a full
3-4 days there, that'd be
get like a day's worth of investigations out of each floor.
Yeah.
That
That
would-
seriously would be so nice to like go to these bigger like Crescent or
actually
like
be able to be like,
Wellwood.
hey, it's really dead
Crescent.
right now, but if we stay in this room for an hour, what might happen?
Mhm.
But,
Yeah, because you don't know what you miss when
can't
you
always
walk
do one
away.
floor a full
That's why we
hour or
leave static
something.
cams like literally everywhere.
Right.
But spirits tend to fucking hate our cameras for some reason, and we have
Well,
fully
they
functioning,
like
fully
to fuck
working
with
cameras,
them.
and they fucking shut them off every time. So
That's
Here-
how I feel.
here's the weird fucking part, dude. So 315, Marcus goes in there, and you're in there for like a full like 20.
It was like 20-30 minutes. It felt like.
Yeah, and like you come out of there being like, I just had a full on conversation with something. Like, and we we were like,
we were vibing.
me and Zach were outside filming in, and we were like, yeah, dude, you literally just fucking talked to something. And then we decide that it's time for us to like split up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do a solo, and I was debating on going to the morgue or to the dungeon. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna go do a solo in the dungeon upstairs, because it just felt, I was like, I don't want to be in a fucking basement in a fucking morgue by myself. So
Yeah.
I had
Wise choice.
I had him go with Zach.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah.
You guys take the board. And then I'm upstairs. I'm doing a solo by myself. I go lights out. I'm just sitting there in the pitch black, because normally we have our Nan lights running.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have a ton of night vision cameras. We
Neither
have
we.
we have like one full spectrum and one really good
It's
night vision. Yeah. So
oh god, it
like
is.
like fuck, where's I don't know where my fucking Sony is. The Sony AX53. It's a
Yeah.
$1,000 camcorder, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm a photographer, videographer, so I have like 2 Canon 90Ds, my new camera, the R6 Mark II, like
Hot shit.
but
Hot
they're not you know, they're not infrared full spectrum, but
Yeah.
I am going to get this one converted to full spectrum, so we at least have a high quality full spectrum still and video camera.
Yep.
It's only like $300, which I didn't realize, but I didn't want to fuck this one up. This was like the one camera that started like my YouTube career, minus the Sony.
Yeah, we do the iPhones and gimbals.
Hey,
That's
dude,
cool,
and that
rocking.
works.
But
But
it rocks, honestly.
Idea.
So no, hold on.
We need to make a silver, like actual silver, like little base for it to sit on or something, so the ghosts don't walk up to it and turn it off anymore.
Keep those motherfuckers at bay, dog.
I'll put like a little
So-
circle around it now.
So I'm upstairs. I'm doing my fucking solo,
Mm.
and this I want you to take over and tell them what happened. While I didn't know anything that was going on, sitting in the dark talking to myself because nothing was happening.
So we had a fail-safe plan, that, you know, we would have each other's phones ready in case one of us needed one another.
Right.
So because you can't as for an empty abandoned ass building, it's real hard to yell from one room to the other.
And squatters
very
happen.
strange.
We're gonna say homeless are scary, and it does happen. We've
Well,
witnessed it on an investigation ourselves where a guy
we
almost peed on a
We ain't
homeless
worried.
guy.
We ain't worried about
Same.
the living.
No.
We got problem solvers for that.
Yeah,
but-
we do have problem solvers.
But no, so we're downstairs and we're doing our investigation, and I thought I was hearing some weird stuff, so I had tried to silence Ghost Tube,
Yeah.
and then I realized I had it silenced for a little while. I went to pull it back out of my pocket, and as soon as I pull it out of my pocket and increase the volume, I hear this very strange noise, followed by Danny's voice.
That's fucking creepy.
And that's when my head started to put, you know, 2 and 2 together, like, you know, the things that had happened earlier with the hutch and, you know, all that and the noise we heard. I was like, I do not like this. And I started to ask, you know, are we in danger?
Yep.
Or I asked, are Zach and I in danger right here, right now? And there was nothing. I asked, is Danny in danger where he's at right now? And I didn't really get so much of like a voice or anything, but what I got was, I'm going to call it a confirming tone. It was similar tones to what I was hearing when I was in room 315 earlier, when I would ask a question and it would give an almost immediate beep or staticky noise, but it was a very consistent noise every time. So I began to consider that, like I said, like a confirming noise.
Yeah, it's more than coincidence at that point.
So we're downstairs and I asked that question about Danny. I asked if Danny's in danger, and I get that same noise followed by this deep, garbling, weird, scratchy noise. And there's this, it was extremely similar, if not the same noise that follows Danny around on the spirit box. Because there's something that really likes Danny, and when Danny uses the spirit box, it almost taunts him. He'll ask a question and this will come through after things.
It's happened ever since the co-ed murders.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
I heard that. I heard the confirming beep, and then I heard that other noise, and I was like, dude, we're done down here. We're gonna go get Danny. We've got what we needed out of here. Let's go check on him. And we started packing up and going upstairs. And Danny, here's the other weird thing: we're walking on wooden stairs in an abandoned building that is just drywall and wood.
Oh, dude, it was echoey.
There's
as
no
fuck.
carpet. There's no.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no insulation.
There was carpet on the floors, but not the stairwells. The stairwells.
Yes, it's an
were all
amphitheater,
wood.
and
I
those
mean, even
fucking
then, it
wood
was like I
pods.
don't even think there were like the carpet fillers in between. Like it was just carpet wood.
And I want
It
to.
probably was.
Like I was
So-
all the way back. Not where they.
I don't even
not-
think you were halfway. You were like maybe halfway down the hallway when we came up there.
Yeah, when you came up, but
That's not that far away from the doorway.
no, but when you guys were why am I leaning? When you guys were when you guys were investigating and you were like, all right, I'm done, and you like walked upstairs and everything, I was all the way in the back near that wall when you went and sat in the chairs like when we first got up to the dungeon, like Static Cam was pointing down, like all the way at the bottom. Like that's where I was sitting, like
And
in the
here's
dark.
weird thing too. You still didn't hear us walking up the
Didn't
entire
hear.
time.
Didn't hear him come upstairs.
So how are we
Yep.
hearing little like well, not little, but how are we hearing like fucking hutches getting shoved into one floor?
Yeah,
above?
like how?
like there's nothing translated through that whole house.
So
Like I'm jumping in the hallway on the third floor, and it's as solid as a concrete slab. Dude, we couldn't get anything to move because we were trying to recreate something.
when our new device got I'm pretty sure a poltergeist. It was like one of our
It
first.
moved. It like just
It would as soon
yeah.
as I said if you want to walk up and touch to that green light device.
Really?
As soon as I said it, like clear, like it was standing straight up.
dude, I was
And then
jumping up
I
and
said it-
down.
I said it-
this far away from it.
I said it in place.
Damn.
He's hopping around it.
Didn't
Can't
move.
get it. Nothing.
So how was this place that fucking structurally intact?
I
So
had the same shit happen to me too at Post Town. I was a cat ball and I was like smacking the ground next to it, like
it wasn't
within
going
like
off?
within like that triangle. It wouldn't go off, but it was going off on its own.
weird shit happens like that all the fucking time for us. Did you tell him what happened when you got outside? And then you came like running up. You and Zach were outside.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. That I had to be reminded of that. That like blacked out of my memory. Yeah. So,
You guys got done in the morgue.
we got down in the morgue, and I very quickly did not feel good. Started feeling sick. Started feeling nauseous. Started feeling very hot.
Oh, that's odd.
It
What was
was
the temperature? then?
Usually you start feeling cold.
Was it a
was
cool night?
It was warmer outside than inside. It was like we could see our breath.
I mean, it was still, yeah, it was like
And
40
wow.
degrees outside, but it was like 30 something inside. Like, it
Oh,
was,
yeah, it was
It was
cold.
Oh, I got a good story to go along with this one then too.
But yeah, I did not feel good at all. I looked at Zach. I was like, dude, we're done in here. We're gonna go upstairs, and it very rapidly onset felt ill. I had to go outside. I had to get fresh air. I almost threw up, and then and that was when me and Zach realized, like, dude, Danny's been up there for a while. And
Yeah.
You guys
that's-
heard that bang?
Oh fuck! I forgot about that too.
Dude,
Yeah, you
yeah.
see this whole section, like that's another thing too. Like that whole like section of us hearing that shit in the morgue, and like it was gone. Like I
Right.
forgot to tell anybody about that. Like I've had people asking me, like, "Oh, did you guys get anything?" Like, forgot all
it
about
was an interesting night.
that.
Yeah, we got
cool.
But
Also, he was
we were
the most
outside.
affected.
We went outside because I had to get fresh air. And dude, when I tell you we heard a noise, like this was not a "Did you hear that? I'm not sure. What did you hear?" type. Like
It was a what
me
the
and Zach
fuck was
immediately
that?
looked at each other and were very concerned about Danny because it sounded like the fucker had fallen over. Like it sounded like a goddamn sack of potatoes slammed onto a goddamn floor.
Dude, yeah.
And it was heavy and it was big, whatever the fuck it was, dude. And he didn't hear it.
I didn't hear
He
it.
didn't hear it at all.
No, I didn't hear it.
Dude,
When-
we could hear cars going by the whole night. We
There-
could hear like
they ran upstairs, and I had just finished up packing up the gear, getting ready to like head down to third floor jail cell. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. And then he's like, gets to like midway up the stairs. He's like, are you talking to us? I was like, no, I was just
Nah.
Just telling him bye. He was like,
too loud.
he's like, did you hear that loud bang? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, we were outside. I was like, what the fuck you mean you guys were outside? You left me in here alone?
I was like, what the fuck you mean you didn't hear that?
I did that to Riley before.
That's like someone's like, that was like, what you mean you didn't hear that gunshot come from that closet?
Yeah, I was like, no, dude. He was like, no, dude, we left. We were outside taking a breather. I was like, I didn't know you guys fucking left. I was like, I was in this goddamn building by myself.
Well, I mean, we were right there.
Kiss gang violence.
Gang violence. dog.
Left on the corner posted.
But
That's
then
fucking crazy.
But then we ended up going back down to the third floor jail cell. Yeah.
Can I fireball?
Yeah, you go for it.
Can I fireball?
You don't have to ask me. Dog.
Hadouken.
So whenever we go on investigations, I like to
want the
bring my very old Polaroid.
Oh, I love that.
That's
I don't fucking like this.
So I'm gonna. This is an exclusive pre-episode launch because the episode's not done. I'll send you guys the trailer later. The trailer is fire.
Tell them how old that Polaroid is.
Hell
Then.
yeah.
So the Polaroid.
80s?
This is like, I want to say it's like 90.
Yeah,
90
early
something.
80s or like maybe mid 90s.
No, this is like 90s.
It's
Oh,
old
yeah.
enough to have generational trauma.
Oh yeah,
it could have kids.
generational trauma.
So
It's probably my brother.
I want to preface that we take this on investigations, and old hospital on College Hill,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Fucking awesome.
We love going there.
We were literally just talking about that before you guys came on too.
We
Do
we're
it.
perfectly normal photos.
Shout out Charlie Hatfield, amazing human being.
And Tanya
Hell
Webb.
yeah.
And Tanya Webb.
So as you guys can see, we're using the normal lights that we have behind
Yeah.
us. This light's set up the exact same colors. This
Same
one,
exact lighting situation
same
as
exact
where we
lighting,
were.
same exact
in
camera.
Fairfield.
And we did have our laser grid light.
Yep.
Same.
Yep.
Okay. So this is a sneak peek for all of you out there watching. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Now,
I love this so much.
I'm sure there's ways to debunk this
Dude, there's no debunking this bullshit.
because
All right.
none of us had our lights out or anything when we were doing this, right? Like I didn't have my pocket light out or anything like that.
No.
Mm.
No.
I wouldn't have. 'cause
No,
I had
we
just
all-
gotten my picture taken.
Yeah, you just had the camera in hand. So this is a really weird faded photo. And, like we were shooting pretty much the
We weren't
same-
far
same
away from one
distance.
another. We were like 5 feet.
So there I want to compare it to like this
It,
photo.
like it
here.
looks overexposed as fuck. Like that's weird.
okay.
And we
Is
immediately,
there also like a
we immediately pulled
discoloration
them
in
out
the
of the
middle?
camera and laid them
Yeah,
flat on the ground.
there's some weird shit here. So
Oh,
I took a picture of Marcus and Zach together. Same
Looks
shit
foggy, bro.
with like a
Looks like
weird
it's weird
fog,
black
mistiness
mistiness
or
kind of
f-
thing
or
here next to
fingers
Marcus.
or fingers.
That's crazy.
Don't
yeah.
want
I mean,
fingers.
it could.
Here's another
It's
one.
all perception for sure, but like, what the fuck? Yeah, and it's like there's different. You can see the like difference and contrast in it too, where it's like
Well, Billy
What?
Hayes here.
So hold on. And then
Flex Seal.
Marcus took a picture of me, which also maybe something weird on this side here.
And
Don't
none
know.
of us were vaping because we were on camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
And no, you can't. No drugs, no alcohol, no vaping inside the buildings. Respect your fucking location.
So no vape cloud.
So-
Yes, sir.
I do want to say that the Mel meter was going off, and I was like,
Yep.
Marcus, I was like, do you want a picture with Marcus? And beep, fucking,
yeah,
it goes
I
off.
Run it.
You guys have seen all the pictures that we've taken inside.
Yeah.
Fucking explain this.
Why is that anomaly there?
So where
What
that
is
black anomaly is
that?
also exactly where the Mel meter was.
So
sitting.
I don't know if you guys can really see, but Marcus is like right here. This is where the Mel meter was going off.
Dude, that
What
might
the
be some of the
fuck is
most
that?
credible photo evidence I've ever seen.
And here's the wild thing. We had a couple extra shots when we got back to the hotel.
And they're
Fucking,
normal.
and
But
it's from
wait,
the
but wait.
same film fucking cartridge.
if you notice,
But if
weirdly, there's like a filter or something over just me.
over just Marcus.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. It's almost like it's like a whole
like I made a
different
phone.
like dude,
It's
the
like
upside down.
perfectly like cuts right at the end of you too, and we're
And if
What
you
the
guys noticed in the photo earlier, Marcus is on the same side, and there's that weird black misty fucking.
It
On the
is.
same side, yeah.
So whatever it is, this I have never out of every, and I have.
We've had a digital copy do
Hold on.
something
And here's
similar.
another thing too,
but
as far as like flashing it with light, before it got fully developed or something. Our process has never changed that whole 10 20 minutes.
yeah,
we
I wouldn't have
photos.
expected to have.
The Polaroids came out of the camera.
Out
They
of my
immediately went on the ground, face
hundreds
down.
of Polaroids.
Yeah, like you know what
Hundreds.
you're doing.
I mean, I've seen weird shit like this happen at the bottom due to
Sure.
like an exposure issue. This was in the middle of the fucking cartridge. The hotel photos were taken
Like what?
directly after this photo.
No.
That's weird.
Now, one thing I'm a fan of personally that we do, and if you as you watch our episodes, you'll see us do this in real time. One thing that I like about what we do is that we are usually the first people to try to debunk what we're seeing and what we're experiencing.
Right. Yeah, same here.
I've talked to other photography friends. I've had one friend say that they've actually experienced this in like DLSR and stuff like that. I don't know enough about photography. I just hold them and talk to.
I'm like,
ghosts and make
Marcus, the
ghost
settings are
friends.
fine. Change ISO.
Yeah,
if you need to.
realistically, that would make
But,
me immediately think
I mean,
oversaturation, and you guys are in a dark setting.
Chat, if you guys have seen anything like this, if you have any theories, I mean, we're open to all of them. We've never seen anything like that.
I've never seen
I've
it.
never seen anything like that.
Like
We
literally.
always say we'll never poo-poo anybody if they want to sit here and be like, "Hey, actually, like,
We love
no,
the-
learn
No,
me
yeah.
Poo platter.
Yeah, teach me.
straight up."
Sometimes I poop, sometimes I pee.
But as
I
a
have seen Polaroids develop weird though, because like Trevor has a wedding photo that they did on a Polaroid, and
I do
him
hear
and Jenna
weddings
are
Polaroids
literally like half
Shit like
invisible.
this.
that's
Yep.
weird.
But it
You can
also was
see
off
through
one of the
that.
newer
Wow.
style like Fuji cameras that you can buy from Walmart for $20. That one's more legitimate if you ask me.
Like literally, like I have like Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. We had some weird shit happen down here at the bottom, but like literally, fucking.
It's not like tearing like a film piece while it's still being developed like that. And then to have the mists that like show up too, I can't explain it. I'm currently, Riley, I'm looking for our pictures too so we can show it. But I do have a story that goes along with the Mel REM meter and all that stuff. Because like, do you guys use the one that has the REM pod built in with the Mel meter and the temperature sensor, right?
Oh yeah, the new one,
Correct.
the 8704R.
Actually, shit, I don't think we don't have any devices that don't read temperature.
Okay.
The Spirit Box.
Well, the
I
Spirit
do
Box.
love this.
We have the old Spirit Box.
So yeah, all of our devices, as far as
We'll take
and
at least
screen.
an ambient temperature reading here and there,
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
we'll give you all of them will give you an audible tone as well,
Yeah.
except for the
yeah, that's the exact one that we have. This dude, okay, have you guys had any weird anomalies with that where it's reading things that it shouldn't be temperature wise, or the REM pod itself will fuck up if a battery is low or something, or if it's
this
Did
was
you have
our-
that?
this
Did you
was
have
our
that at the
first time
investigation?
using?
You didn't have that with Tim?
Mm-mm.
Turn it on, I guess. Yeah, it just came on. It wasn't. Fuck, calm down, dude.
Or am I thinking of the other device?
Oh, you're talking about the new Tesman device.
Tesman, yeah. You had one of your new ones with Tim, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the Tesman with
The
me.
Tesman, it was a Tesman.
Yeah,
okay.
a company sent me one, but no, that was Fairfield was our first time
Mm.
using the Mel meter, and so far all things good. I have seen the REM pod when batteries, the 9 volts dying.
Yeah.
I have seen the REM pod act up more, but that's why every investigation, spend money on 9 volts and just make sure
Right.
everything's good
That's
to
what-
go.
yeah, we
I yell
pop
at
a
this
new
man
one
to
in
stop
there.
buying batteries, and I've literally got hundreds
Hey,
in a stockpile.
In there,
Where am I
the
going? Silver?
silver case.
Big silver.
Will you break out the Tesman?
I'll break it out.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
So
So
it's a. Oh wait, it's not in there?
exclusive.
That's it. So a company reached out after
Mm.
watching our channel, and they wanted us to test out a new device called it's the Hound 200. It's an EMF meter, so nothing
Yeah.
like super crazy, but these we'll have a link in our channel description whenever the video goes live. But
Shout out Tasman.
shout out to Tesman for sending us. They didn't have to do this, but
Yeah, bravo. Hell
they,
yeah.
they sent it to us in
Honestly,
ghost hunting green.
What an attractive device.
It's a very attractive.
It's
Oh,
pretty
dude,
phenomenal.
that does look
It's
pretty
got show
cool.
little grips. Show little grippies on the side. Show
Oh, it's
little
got grippies?
Oh yeah,
on the
this
side.
is
Oh,
ghost hunting
damn.
screen.
We getting tactical with our ghost hunting.
So
What's nice too is the screen comes up on camera too. Like you can read the screen.
Oh shit, it does.
it comes up really good.
I haven't realized
It
that.
does.
The
Yeah.
annoying thing. It has this like.
Oh,
little-
it's got the ambient beep sound right there.
However, you know,
You can turn it off.
you can turn it off. But another good thing
turns
is
all of the
it,
noise
it
off.
does shut off after a few minutes if you just like turn it on normally, but if you hit the hold button while you're turning it on, it doesn't shut off. So this will literally
Oh,
go
it's like a
on-
lock feature.
Yeah, so it will just stay on no matter what. And
That's nifty.
it's the Hound 200 by Tesman. Super great device. One of the most affordable EMF meters, I think, that is out on the market. They just launched it, I think, a couple of weeks ago.
Tell them where you can get it.
In our affiliate link whenever the episode drops.
I love that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Hound 2. Oh, also the packaging, like the carrying case, super durable.
Yeah, that looks high quality as shit, actually.
And then
Very well done.
very well done.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
it has all right. So it has
Nice
a
neat box.
three axis reader. It has a electromagnetic reader, a magnetic reader, and a radio wave meter. Visual and audible alarms.
And look at that packaging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the packaging is phenomenal.
and
It
Professional.
really is.
and the color ghost hunting green, like hell yeah. Tesman, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Don't just ghost hunt.
We also have a
Ghost master.
our buddy Tim, the guy who helped us out on he's been in a
Mm-hmm.
couple episodes, Greene County Historical Society, Archive of the Afterlife, and the Coed murders. He is actually in the works of building his own paranormal device, which is kind of like a pressure. It's like a pressure device with like lights. So instead of like an EMF meter or like a REM pod or like the Mel meter with REM, instead of like something having to get close and break that electromagnetic boundary, this is a pressure sensor. So if something comes up and actually touches it,
Yeah.
then the lights will come
You
on.
ain't getting cell phone interference off that.
Yeah, definitely not.
So we're hoping that comes out sometime later this year. It's in the prototype stages, but we're definitely working on some cool shit.
Fuck
See,
yeah,
I
dude.
really want to use like one of those vibration meters.
Oh, like a
forget what they're called.
seismometer.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah. I want to use one of those, but I want a multi-axis one so that it's taking vibrations from like the air as well, not just what it's sitting on. I don't really. I've looked them up. They're crazy expensive. They get those multi-axis
right.
ones, but I think that would be such a cool tool to like look at, because we know this guy. His name is Shane, who's an inventor, and he created this.
Mm-hmm.
It has a pressure plate on it, but it's this giant board with pretty much every sensor you could ever think of.
Yeah, it's got tons
It
of
takes
Adreno
in
boards.
every like molecule level like sensor of a room.
He'll
that it
he'll
possibly
put it
can.
into locations a day early to get the ambient readings throughout the building, from like electricity to like ambient noise, ambient temp, every basic reading you can possibly get. And then wherever it pulls up an anomaly, he wrote a full ass spreadsheet and like program to like blip it out, and then it'll throw it all into an Excel for him, and it'll show all these like different like vectors and like numbers for him, so he can like break it all down. Like, dude is a certified genius. It's like, whoa,
That's way above my
Yeah.
pay grade.
Dude,
that's what
it's
I'm
one of
saying.
the coolest tools I've ever seen designed, because it literally
Same with
does
Spotted
and-
Ghost, dude.
Yeah, Spotted Ghost. Shout out to Spotted Ghost for what he does in this industry. Like, I wish I was that smart, man, to come up with some cool freaking device to like go look for ghosts. That would be insane.
Hell yeah. No, Spotted Ghost, we're gonna sub. We saw you in the chat earlier, so thanks for
I swear by that app, which I don't even call it an app anymore, because like realistically, it is the best beginner's tool. Like, everybody has $1,000 phone in their pockets nowadays,
yeah.
and it's pretty inevitable at this point. And then if you look at what these devices we're using are, that like say the Spirit Talker in particular, those Adreno boards that you can get to make that device with just its own plastic housing and do what it's doing is not nearly as accurate as the sensors and stuff that your phone can produce.
Right.
So if you ask me, as long as you're being diligent about how you're making the app, and then if you go and do your diligence too to look at what permissions the app is granting, what it's using, like characteristic wise. So if it's just using, say, like your gyroscopes, your temperature sensors, and whatever other sensor I can think of off the top of my head, I can't. Like, there's no way it's being manipulated, which I guess you could manipulate it, but it would take a lot more brain power than I have.
Right. That what's his device? Like,
It's called Spirit Talker.
Oh, Spirit Talker. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, Spotted Ghost made that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spotted Ghost, the homie.
No shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a fucking genius.
that's sick. Spirit Talker, like fucking.
It's one of the best well-known ones around. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, we like to use like when we're getting evidence, like until 3 different things happen. So we have like a rule of 3. Like we don't rule it as like anything that could be paranormal. So like
It's
so
cool.
we get
Whoa.
we see spirits a lot of times use the Obulus and the Spirit Talker app like in tandem.
Right.
Like this video that we're going to be having coming out soon, the Other Side Paranormal Museum, both devices were just spouting off names, like people's
Or like
names,
talking to each
crazy,
other. It's
all night
weird.
long. And then we ended up finding out this casket that they have in the museum was a rental casket, so it had hundreds of bodies in it throughout the
Didn't
year.
even know you could do that.
Oh.
So wait. So what are they just dig the body up like a week later?
No, so
No,
if
it's just
you're
for the
getting
showing.
cremated.
They're
Yeah,
getting
if you're gonna
cremated,
be,
but they want to have a
okay,
public
yeah,
showing.
they'll throw your body in it for the day, and then after you're embalmed, and then they'll
That
just
kind of
like
that kind of reminds me of the casket at Steve's museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Archive of the Afterlife. Have you guys heard of that
That place.
spot?
That place made me itchy.
Archive of the Afterlife. Our buddy Steve Hummel, he was with Paranormal Quest for the longest time, and then they. I don't want to say like they like separated or anything because he still work with them from time to time.
Yeah.
But it's mainly Ryan and Dave now going off doing their own thing.
Mhm.
But Steve, he has his museum. It's like one of the coolest fucking museums ever. It was in the old Sanford Elementary School in Moundsville, which unfortunately got torn down, which sucks.
that
And
does suck.
so he moved it, and it's in Cameron, West Virginia now. And he's currently packing it up to move it again. So
Really?
yeah, I think he's going back to Moundsville. I'm gonna go help him.
Wait. I didn't know he moved from Moundsville.
Dude, where we were at was in Cameron when we invested with him.
I thought that was Moundsville.
No, that's Cameron.
Such a me and you dynamic, right?
Yeah. So
Wait.
Cameron's 20 minutes short of Moundsville.
I-
Like he sleeps in the car a lot.
So I also really had to poop that day, so
Yeah.
that kind of took a lot of my
Bro, Poopgate 2023.
like just not.
He sleeps and shits a lot. He's like a dog.
No lies-
you
no lies
gotta
detected.
let him out.
Fair
every-
warning, then. Fair warning. If you ever go to the Asher Walton house,
Oh,
poop
that's on the
before
bucket.
you get to Atlanta.
There's no pooping.
No bathrooms.
Oh, good to
We
know.
We had to
took
drive-
a fucking
we had to leave
4-hour. That was a sweat fest, and when I got into the bathroom, I was like, "Yo, dog, this is either a photo finish, and I was gonna have to take a shower in a haunted location and let all the ghosts see my wiener, or I was just gonna poop in a corner somewhere."
I mean, what's worse though, pooping in a corner or ghost seeing you ding dong?
I'd rather
'Cause, I
let
mean,
a
at least the ghost can't say nothing about it.
Well, it was
They
also
might, reach,
so
they might reach
hot.
out and touch Faith, you
The
know.
shame. We just get the shame all night.
Shame.
Hey, like, what are you fucking doing here?
What I mean, like who are they to talk? At least I can use mine,
Like I said, they can reach out and touch Faith.
and that's why ghosts like me. Like me.
I always ask for
Lose
hugs.
things, break my things.
One of the coolest things I think that ever happened to me, touching wise.
Hmm.
When I had first started
Pause.
Spirit Walk as a project,
Hey,
I
yo.
was at this building in downtown Morgantown, West Virginia. My friend, she owned a shop, and it was it was called Retrotique. So a lot of antiques, a lot of like vintage
Shout out
stuff.
Jillian.
Yeah, shout out Jillian Kelly for being a badass. Well, she invited me because she was like, "Hey, there's some weird shit here. Like stuff happens upstairs in the shop, but the weird, crazy shit is down in the basement." And I would like to think that it's the entire building, because before we even started the investigation, like we were just sitting in like the entryway of the store, near like the checkout counter and stuff, and I was just like editing the footage like after we had filmed it, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And it literally looks like something pinch pulled my shirt down by like my waistline, and you can see like my shirt just hanging there, and then it looks like two fingers just
Belly shirt.
pulled it tight. And I was like, what the fuck was that, dude? And then there's like disembodied voices, the whole thing. But that was like the one time I think I ever like got touched by it.
Bro, I
Riley
literally
had
have
that
my
same
story
thing.
is
Moundsville.
almost
Not Moundsville,
exactly the
Mount
fucking
Morris.
same as yours. That's crazy.
What happened?
We investigated a tattoo shop. We got this on video, even just like you did. I literally go, guys, I'm getting touched because I felt something like brush up against like this part of my body,
Things you don't want to hear in a men's restroom.
and it was one of those feelings of like it wasn't cold in there at all. I didn't think personally, but one side of my body, right where I felt get touched, was freezing cold, and then all of a sudden it moved down my like side, and I could feel something grab my shirt and start pulling it, just like what you said, super slow. And you can see my shirt like getting tighter around my stomach as it's moved back, and then it just like holds there like so like unnaturally.
Yeah.
And then all of a
You can
sudden
pull it
like,
up if you guys want.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
pull that up, Jamie. Pull that up.
yeah, Jamie,
I
what are
was
you
just
doing?
about to say, God damn it, we're on Joe Rogan now.
Jamie, pull that up.
Here's
Have you ever
while
done
Trevor's
shrooms,
getting
bro?
that ready. I have actually been on Joe Rogan for just a brief second.
You
It
popped
was
on there?
actually fucking crazy.
I
too,
did a
how he got
viral
on
video
there.
a few years ago where I shot a hockey puck into this big fat guy named Gucci Berry. I shot it into his
Right into
nuts.
his
Oh, I know
nutsack.
Gucci Bear. Fuck, shout out Gucci. Is he still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, he's still alive.
I don't know how, but yes.
Yeah, unbelievable.
You shot a hockey
Dude's
puck?
been taking like 90
In his
miles
nuts.
per hour
Yeah, we got like 2 mil on
nuts for the past
Barstool.
10 years.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was pretty sick, but it was just recently on Joe Rogan, the Pauly Shore episode. They talk about it and bring up the video. So
Hell yeah, gang.
I had a cameo on Joe Rogan.
Jamie,
Fuck
pull
yeah.
that up.
I got it. I'm doing it right now.
You got the clip?
Yep. I had to like scrub through to find it.
I still
I
have
was
to
like,
release
"Fuck."
the meme shirt of me on Joe Rogan because he
You do.
says that guy's one serious fucking hockey player. And I was like, gonna turn
Yeah, and he's
into a
like,
meme.
must be Canadian. No,
Yeah.
we're from Michigan.
Close.
That's
Close,
funny.
but no cigar.
End of the line. Don't come down to drive.
All right, let's see this.
All right,
Ni- nice lights, by the way.
The
That-
hair on my it's all standing up right now. Look at that.
Damn, that's an arm.
Thank you. Hopefully 720p doesn't.
Oh my god, is my shirt moving right now?
Yeah, if you look close, it gets pulled
Oh.
off of him.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa,
Whoa.
dude. Yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah,
Can you pull my
it's in
shirt?
4K on our channel, but StreamYard's gay.
Caught in 4K.
Okay. God damn.
Good job, man.
Bruh.
Bruh. No,
Man.
dude, yours is a lot slower.
And like from where I was sitting in the hallway, it was like stark. And I was like, what the
Okay.
fuck is going on?
I can barely see your shirt moving.
And like you can see like Riley's
Yeah.
not moving very much at all. So they're like, it shouldn't
you're
just be
You're just
stuck.
standing there, yeah.
Man.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Your gut.
Then like look now it's not as pulled out. Like it's like
Right. Yeah,
this
it's
is
like it's fitting
weird.
naturally.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not moving.
Yep.
And then like physics too, like he'll lean forward a little bit and it still is like staying
We
there.
can see you moving his shirt. Can you try one of these balls on the ground over there? See if you can kick one. Like push it
Are
really.
those mannequins in the corner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the tattoo shop had a lot of aesthetically pleasing stuff.
Gang. Yeah, so like
That's
so
wild.
yours was a lot
That's
slower.
wild.
Mine was like real instant. So like whenever it was around the same area. It was more like towards my back or whatever. But like my shirt was like hanging there, just free floating, and then all of a sudden it was just like tight, and then let go.
Well, and then there
It
was
was
also
the weirdest fucking thing.
there was
dude.
also when you and Steve got fucking bum rushed in Mount Morris.
You got rushed by a bum?
Oh.
Why?
Ghost bum.
Where's my rum?
Ghost bum.
Ghost didn't have no damn change. All he had was half-smoked cigarette butts.
So
Hacking
this-
asbestos.
this was kind of the series that kind of blew the channel up a little bit.
Mhm.
So all of our old investigations are on a different channel. So like the ones like the Retro Teak episode, our very first WVU co-ed murders episode, that's on a different channel. And so I started the official Spirit Walk Paranormal channel in 2021. So this family, they contacted me, and they're out of Mount Morris, PA, which just short jaunt up the road from Morgantown.
Mhm.
And they were like, hey, me, my wife, my 5 kids, we're all experiencing some like crazy shit in our house. We bought it like less than a year ago. We've been dealing with crazy shit. Our twin daughters are seeing a man in the window, like overlooking across the
Oh,
street.
shit.
There's shadow figures, shit being moved, all this like crazy shit. So day one, it was November 17th of 2020, if I remember. And so me and my camera operator, Nick, he was helping out at the time. I was just like, all right, me and Nick will go. We'll go do some, because you started helping the second investigation.
It was either the second or third. No, it was the second.
It was
yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Because that's when we did the evidence review. All right. So me and Nick, we show up.
Mhm.
I get introduced to the family.
Shit, I gotta hit the little boy's room while you tell this.
Go for it. Go for it.
Lead the dragon count.
So he's heard me tell this story a million times. So I get to the house. They introduce themselves. They start showing me the paranormal hotspots. Like downstairs, nothing really happened in like the living room, kitchen, whatever. And they were like, everything really happens upstairs. I was like, all right, well, take me up there. They show me the boys' room, where there's this like creepy angel doll that was in the house when they bought it, and it was in the boys' closet. They haven't fucking touched it. They didn't want anything to do with it. They just left it there. And they were like, this gives us weird vibes. And then they take us to the twins' room down the hall on the second floor, and they were like, this is the window where our twin daughters, they see like this man in the like shadow figure.
Yeah.
They were like, they had a pull down ladder on a string, and they were like, Zoe, the one daughter, says that sometimes that string will just be fucking flailing, fan won't be on or nothing. And I was like, all right. And they were like, we got to take you to the attic. I was like, okay. So
Shit.
so they pull down the ladder. We go up the ladder, and like the main part of the attic is like OSB plywood flooring, nothing crazy. And the rest of it is just like insulation and rafters that you have to walk on. So, they found all these like weird things. Like there was an old crib that was left from like a long time, like long time ago, like old fucking crib. And they're like, we have to show you the secret room. I was like, what the fuck?
Shit.
What do you mean the secret room? And so
The
they're like,
dungeon.
so they were like, we have to go through these rafters. We've laid some plywood down, but where that plywood is, that's where the entrance is. The entrance is about 16 inches wide. Just rafter, like normal rafter beam. But like, the house was built in 1891. We found this out much later. We found out it was built in 1891. So the rafter beams are like 16 inches apart.
Yeah, just a little over a foot.
I had to put my arms forward like this and then pull myself in. And when I got into this space, it was an 8-foot tall room. Four-sided pyramid. It had a dumbwaiter in there. They had, you guys know what doilies are, like the old doily stuff, like the knitted stuff.
It's like you set it on like a
like they make coasters and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Like old great grandma's type shit.
Yep.
They had doily curtains nailed to the wall with no fucking windows behind them.
What the fuck?
There was a cigarette pack from 1911 in there.
What the fuck?
And we're getting like, I was like, all right, let's break out.
Yeah, they're called like Virginia Nationals or something like that.
We'll break out the fucking EMF detector. We're doing fucking readings. We're getting high spikes. There's dead wires all over.
Yeah.
So like weird shit's going on. A couple of disembodied voices are captured like while we're up in the attic space, and then especially like while we're in the secret room. Bad fucking vibes in there. And so we do like a pre-investigation, just like getting some readings. But dude, shit's popping off. Like high EMF spikes, like reacting to questions that we're asking. So after about a half hour, I was like, all right, hey, let's take a break. I need you to get the kids off of the property. I was like, one, safety first.
Exactly.
I do not want, I know the kids live here, but safety first. We're about to actually start communicating with something. If something's here.
You're stirring a pot. Like, come on now.
And the pot was full of shit, because what I'm about to tell you guys is fucking insane.
Oh God.
So, it's season 1, episode 2. It's called Into the Night of the Mount Morris Mystery House series on our channel. The timestamp is about 20 minutes if you want to like look it up and pull it up. So this is after our interaction of the secret room. If you guys want to see some of the secret room footage, you can like scrub a little bit before that, where you can see the camera on the ground and us pulling ourselves in there and whatnot. I was like, Nick, you stay down here with Tyler and Farrah, because the kids aren't on the property. They had got taken to their grandparents' house. I was like, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to do a solo. I take up a small handful of gear with me that I like. You can hear me like set down on this like old 1890s fucking creaky ass floor.
Yep.
2 disembodied voices come through my camera's audio. One says, sit down. I can't remember what the other one says, but the one was sit down. And then I have the camera. I turn the camera and I point it towards me, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm about to do like a little, hey, I'm on this floor, this room. I can't even fucking get another sentence out because a faceless fucking child is behind my shoulder and it ducks down inhumanly
to me,
fast.
That ain't even the creepiest part. If you go back and look at that, right at the same exact time that happens, there's like this weird noise that comes over.
The disembodied moan. I heard it. I heard it.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, so it's the child, it's the faceless child, and then the disembodied moan. It is the fucking crazy, dude. It's my holy grail footage.
You guys ever seen The Grudge?
Yes.
You know that little fuck that
You
little
said,
boy.
You said
like,
20 minutes.
the little boy that's like,
So it's a little bit. It's
what it
before.
sounds
It's
like.
before this. So this is the side by side replay. Keep going back like a little bit more. A little bit more.
like,
Keep going
I
back. Keep going back.
swear we
Keep going
captured
back.
a djinn
Keep going back. Right.
or whatever this side of the equator's
Season
version
1,
of a
episode
djinn
2.
is.
No, keep going back. Keep going back. I thought it was 21. For some reason, I thought it was 21. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, keep going just a little bit. I thought it was 21 minutes. It might be 11. All right. So like 12 minutes. I think it's 12 minutes. Sorry.
No, we're good. To figure this
So
out
right
now
here,
is
right
even
here.
better.
11:45. Start. Yeah, right there. Watch this shit.
Oh, fuck.
So this is after we were upstairs in the attic.
Yep.
I'm just gonna let you guys watch this shit.
For all the podcasters, you should come watch the YouTubes.
And you will hear some sound design here in a second.
Hmm.
There's me setting down the gear.
Whoa.
It was right there. Just wait for it. It'll do the replays.
Oh, what the fuck?
And now,
What the fuck was that?
that noise
Wait,
you're
wait,
hearing
wait,
is not a
wait.
fly.
Wait. After setting down some equipment, I turned the camera to start talking about the.
Oh, what?
Ah.
What the actual fuck?
Be a child spirit breaches my
I'll
shadow.
tell you all this too.
Ducks
Go
down.
watch it on their channel because you'll get it in the best
Keep-
quality.
keep-
720
keep-
isn't great.
I don't care. Keep watching. There is no possible.
Dude,
way
how
that
is that
is
there?
human. Everyone is accounted
It's
for
not.
downstairs, and all the children
You're
are
right.
not on the premises because they're at their grandparents' house. You can even see
It's
the
clear.
child
You can
spirit's
see it
black and
drop
white
down
shirt
once it knows
about
it's
3
on
frames
camera.
of the footage.
Yeah, it's
What
quick
makes this
too.
evidence
And it
even
just
more
drops.
compelling is that the entity is captured a second time.
This is not a
on
light
the
anomaly from what you're doing with the
This
camera
is
though, because it
hands
doesn't
down
do it any other
Oh
time.
my, that
terrifying,
angle's even
but
crazier.
chilling, holy Yeah, it's grail behind me object in front of a mirror. that I myself have ever captured. And while
That is
this
a holy
all going
grail.
on, the EMF pods I have
That's a
seen behind
unicorn.
me captured
That's what I love to say. It's the unicorn.
at the
So
same time
here's the
Charles
craziest
is
thing.
captured.
We have EMF pods. You can let it keep playing. We have EMF pods going,
Yeah.
and even though it's not captured on full
What the
spectrum,
fuck was that?
even though it's not captured on full spectrum, the EMF pods are going off. So this is when I'm going up into the room. I turn around. That's when I'm setting down the gear. Watch
Yeah.
that EMF pod start glowing.
We haven't used these in a while. Do you still have them?
Yeah, I do. So, it's glowing.
It's glowing. Yeah. Whoa. And you were literally seeing
hear that
a
noise.
fucking
You
figure.
can hear that
You
noise
hear
in
the
that
on
camera
on
too.
that clip,
Yeah, so like
What was that?
So like literally,
that's not like a
EMF
fly
pods
buzzing
are
past
going
your
off
microphone or anything.
while like just
While that noise, and then he's
crazy
behind
clip.
Danny.
And and here's the side by
Or
side.
whatever that thing is behind.
Well,
him.
and the thing is, it's not like you moving a camera around is creating like any light anomalies because as you
Right.
can see, the wall doesn't show anything
That's
either.
you're getting the EVP, you're getting the pods going off, you're getting the noise, and you're getting
What the
a
fuck was
visual
that?
caught on camera, all inside of like
I've
10 fucking
aligned and
seconds.
put these two clips of footage together.
I'd like to.
Yeah, you
I'd
guys,
like to
you, guys,
say,
you guys can pause this, but yeah,
That's not
dude,
a
all
manifestation
of you
energy
haters
right there.
challenge me. I will die on that hill.
I will send you the raw fucking footage, and you can look through it yourself. I will
Bro.
die on that hill. Something was behind me while I was investigating that house.
Bro.
We made
I don't
18
know if it's
fucking
the house.
episodes
I don't
on
know.
that house.
I don't know if it's the house, I don't know if it's the land, but
Bro.
somewhere in those walls,
There's there's a
Something's
body.
residing.
something
Yeah.
dark and there's
There-
something old. It's
Dude,
ancient. Dude.
Well,
It's
I don't
something
even want to
old.
get into everything that happened afterwards because it like from night
It's
one.
spiraled.
Oh, it spiraled fucking
There's something
down.
There's
Well,
something
I
that
will talk
lays
about.
claim
I'll
to
talk
that
about night
property.
3. I'll talk about night 3
Mhm.
when no, it was night 4 when no, night 3 was Steve. Night 4 was the cleansing.
Well, the night we brought Steve there, and we were doing the
At Spirit Box.
we were doing the spirit box session, and shit started getting real weird, and then we heard a
Loud
big
knock.
fucking knock, and
That
then we
drew
went
us
to
outside.
investigate it, and then y'all got fucking bum rushed. And
Okay,
now listen,
Okay, so
shit's different when one person feels or sees something, but when two people feel or hear the same thing, that's kind of crazy. When 3, 4, 5 people all hear and
Spotted
experience
ghost,
the
yes.
same thing, what the fuck is that?
yeah. So we had Steve Hummel, our buddy from Archive of the Afterlife, the
This shit
paranormal
shook
museum
me.
owner, come down while we were investigating this house. So this was Marcus came for investigation 2. Things happened, but it wasn't as active. It was like right before Christmas, and like
Yeah.
we were there showing the family like the footage of like the faceless child, all these like weird disembodied fucking voices. And then after I think it was February. It was February, and Steve Hummel came down to help us out on this case. He's a little bit more seasoned than me. He has a few more years
Yeah.
of experience, and I was just like, "Yo, you have I think that it might be this haunted fucking angel doll in the boys' room,
Right.
and if not, it could be something else in the house." So he was like, "Yeah, I'll come down." So we're in the twins' room with it's the room with the ladder that leads up to the attic, and we're all
Yeah.
doing spirit box session. So we're running spirit box. Some things are coming through. Nothing like there's some relevant things, but nothing's like really clicking at the moment. Then all of a sudden we hear this fucking knock, and it's like on the fucking door that we have closed to the twins room. So we open
Yeah.
it up. I was like, oh, it could have been like they had some kittens. So we were obviously trying to
Yeah, it could have been a plane
debunk
or
it,
something.
trying to debunk it. Walk out, don't see a fucking kitten. Look to my left into Tyler and Farrah's room. Don't see any of the cats. I look down the stairwell, nothing. I look down the hallway, don't see anything. EMF detector's going fucking crazy. And this is the craziest part. We were live on Facebook while all this was going down. We
Yeah.
had 5 cameras running, and I'm so pissed that this was not fucking nothing was captured, but the only thing that was captured was the inhuman running audibly through camera audio. So
You could hear
so
it,
so
and you
it's
could
it's
feel
you,
it.
it's
You could
you
feel it
and
coming through those
Steve.
baseboards, dude. That running. I heard it from out in the hall, or I felt it out in the hall.
Trevor has a clip pulled up that might blow your guys' mind.
Same thing. Yep.
Okay, so check this out. Steve Hummel and
Mhm.
Marcus are in front of me. And Marcus asks, "Did something happen at the top of the stairs?" And then Steve says, "Did somebody fall?" And then what sounds like a fucking drum roll fucking run in yes. Like fuck,
just a charge. Like, I'm gonna get up and fuck you up,
dude,
now.
it was like
Holy shit.
There was no fucking stride. It was just like a fucking drum roll footsteps. You hear
I shuddered.
jumped
I thought
back.
something was coming out of the
Yeah,
fucking-
like let me just lock up real quick. Like
Dude,
we're gonna square up.
You see my scared ass jump back 5 fucking feet in the video. Like I'm like, oh shit. There,
I'm reaching for the strap.
I can't remember who was fucking running camera, but someone turns and they look down towards Steve because I saw this black fucking mass that doesn't have a shape.
Shit.
And Steve, you can hear it hit Steve because he's wearing like a swishy jacket,
Well,
kind of like that.
Didn't we capture his
Fucking-
shirt coming out away from him a little bit? Was there like a half a frame where we caught that?
No, we didn't capture shit.
Oh, fuck, I thought
That's why I was so pissed because we had the Sony
Yeah.
infrared running from the room which it ran out of, so it wasn't captured on infrared. But we all fucking heard this inhuman shit, and then you hear Steve get fucking hit in the side.
Right? Like how? Like I'm not slapping
That's
myself, homie.
Intense.
Here's the other thing too. Like none of us, when that noise, when we heard that
fucked me
noise,
up.
when we heard that running noise,
Mhm.
no one else was moving.
No,
There was no one
Yeah,
else
still as fuck.
downstairs.
Yep.
That wasn't like the wind picked up a gust. Like
No.
bro,
I can't.
You can discern certain sounds. So like if it's like a thump thump, maybe it's like something fell and rolled a little bit. But when you hear like a
When you hear it and
Nah.
feel it as real as a person,
Yeah.
I mean,
your body
know
and your
that- you know
senses
that
will
when you
not
see
lie
it.
to you. You
Yeah,
know what I
exactly,
mean? Like
exactly.
your
scared,
senses won't.
stand the fuck on end. Your adrenaline kick. Like I was ready to throw down.
bro, I was
Like
fucking,
it felt like an. I honestly,
I said
my
no
violence up in this
Yeah,
video.
gang violence.
my
I
first thing that
fucking
went in
jumped
my mind,
back.
I thought like an animal was in the house or something and
Yeah.
was like
Not
running out
the
of the room at
cats.
us.
Not the cats.
Yeah, like no, I thought like a fucking like.
I mean, unless they're straight up like pumas and they're
Hey.
like 80-pound cats.
I
If
mean,
you can give the demon a left and a
raccoons around
right,
here
you're gonna
get
give the demon a left and a right. You know what I
Gonna catch
mean?
these fucking hands.
also we got
dogs.
possums. America's
Smoke
number-
them with the 1 and 2.
America's
We
number-
outside.
Right.
But dude, yeah, that, like honestly, those are probably some of the scariest fucking these.
That house was genuinely fucking scary. Dude.
That I call that my fucking conjuring house because of like someone ended up. All right, so I want to give a shout out to Alan Lipscomb. So on the night of the cleansing,
Shout out Alan. Rest in heaven.
on the night of the cleansing, one of their friends who had been around during our investigations beforehand, but wanted to remain off camera. His name was Alan. Alan was a good dude. He was a recovering addict, and his family
Good
didn't
soul.
his family didn't know where he was, and he was kind of like staying with them on and off, and just like
He just really wanted to remain off camera.
he
Yeah.
just anonymous kind of thing. We were like, yeah, dude, that's fine if you just want to like remain out of the shots. You're like, you're great.
Some people just aren't made to be in the limelight. I understand.
Well, I mean, it was more for his like his privacy. Like he
Mhm.
yeah, very circumstantial stuff, or else he would have been a part of it. We did get some video footage of him, drone footage and footage of like while he was there, and some stuff that didn't make it into the show. But he was like, hey, I don't want to be in the room with you guys like while you're filming. I'll just sit downstairs. And so on night 4, we did a cleansing ritual. And there's a book that I use. It's Positive Magic book. And I've used this book and the incantations from it on different occasions. And I do it for like cleansing rituals like around my house. So I was just like, all right, we're gonna expel like negative energy, and we're gonna fucking get rid of like the negative shit here.
Yeah.
But Alan decided to sit outside of the circle downstairs. And so we were up there doing this incantation, like where everyone was involved except Alan. So we do the incantation. We cleanse the space of negative energy. We're using Palo Santo chips in this.
We had sage too,
well,
didn't we?
My like golden chalice incense thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did sage afterwards. But like there was like a mixture of things. Like we used yellow sulfur. Like we were trying to like we were bringing out like the heavy stuff to just get rid of all this negative fucking energy.
We were doing a battle.
And so afterwards, we come downstairs. Alan, he's sitting in a chair.
Motherfucker looked white as a ghost, and if you knew how white Alan was, that's saying a whole lot.
Yeah, Alan,
It's like, whoa.
he was frightened, dude. For the sole fact that something scratched him.
Whoa.
Like, and Alan is a bigger guy, a bigger fella. Okay, like he had a little bit of weight on him, and there is no fucking way that he had this perfectly fucking scratch mark down his back.
See, I wonder if it was a switch. The house was
1890
owned by a preacher.
Yeah, but he can't. Yeah, I mean,
Alan wasn't exactly a preacher's favorite child.
Yeah, no, but also I want to, because what we found out later with the prostitute ring and like all that other shit. I wonder if it was like something to do with that. But I think it was. I think it was this negative entity that fucking attacked Alan. I'm so close to finding the fucking photo.
It's here, I promise.
Yeah, no, it's right here. Okay. So here's a video. That's
that's clean as day.
A perfect mark.
It's wide too.
Yeah, you can see my fucking hand. It's fucking long. And then in the video, I show where Alan was sitting and what he was sitting up against. And if he was sitting up against this like Sterilite fucking container from Walmart. So that's the container and that's the chair. That's the container. And that's the fucking chair. Where the fuck is that line coming from?
Lines on the container to make that happen.
No,
nothing vertical.
And like in relativity, where his back is sitting on that, the line goes higher than what the rim of that fucking container is.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, what the fuck?
So a couple months go by. That we did that in April. It was the end of June. I had just gotten. It was a summer day, dude. I was sitting in my house. I get a fucking text message from Tyler, the owner of the house.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, man, He's like, I got some bad news." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What happened?"
What could this be?
He said, "Alan's dead."
That's heavy as fuck.
I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
Yeah, like what happened? Like how?
So I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he was miles away, like over an hour away.
Yeah.
In Worthington, Pennsylvania, which is I think east of Pittsburgh. He laid down in the middle of the road and fucking got ran over by a car.
What?
Yeah. That was
so. I mean, did he get marked? You know, like, is that like because I do believe in some type of omens and things like that. I don't know if I believe in like demons and devils, but like it is very odd that like that would happen. And I do feel like sometimes when you're in a bad mind state like that, you could be affected a lot easier.
Right.
So it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it was like fucking traumatic for me, because I was like, the last time I saw Alan was the night of the cleansing ritual.
Right.
And to receive that text message, it like fucked me up. Like I didn't want to investigate for a while.
That's scarring, bro.
It took us 5 months to even get back to the Mount Morris Mystery House. And
it felt real goddamn weird.
Yeah.
But it's like your body screaming at you like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole time.
So December of 21, I go back to the house. things are different. Alan, rest in peace. Long, he been passed for, since June. And I get to the house and I talk to Tyler, the owner. He's like, "Hey, things have calmed down."
Really?
He's like, "Yeah." He was like, "Ever since Alan passed away, things have calmed down in the house." And I was like, "Oh, I think Alan may have."
He might have a hand in this.
He's like, maybe he's protecting you guys from what's here. And like Tyler, obviously, he was just like,
Wow.
"Oh, I know he's here." He's like, "My kids say Uncle Alan." Like they talk to Uncle Alan.
Yeah. I
And
got
then
goosebumps. Holy shit.
the same day, we go outside and we start digging for bones in the backyard because of, we made 18 episodes on this location in less than a year. So like I was full force. Like this was literally like I wanted to document fucking everything. If it was recorded, you saw it unless it was like it didn't really matter. But we literally put everything out on YouTube. And we start digging for bones in the backyard. We don't find human remains, but we did find like the remains of like a dog that had been wrapped up. So unfortunately, we reburied.
Sorry.
We reburied the dog out of respect. It was
Yeah.
like wrapped up in a Disney blanket. I was like, oh, this was.
You're like, this is not what this is.
Yeah.
Like shit.
But here's the crazy part. So the house, through all of our investigations, we found out that a spirit of a woman named Anna, who was a prostitute, because the area that we were in was called, in the rumor mill, Whore's Corner. So the house across the street, I believe, was the old whore house.
Yep.
The Mount Morris Mystery House, where we were investigating, I believe, was the people who was running the whore house, where they had a fucking doctor there who ran botched fucking abortions, dead fucking. That's why we kept having children come through, but also
makes sense.
all this evil
Dude,
fucking
that's
shit.
Fucked up.
And then they told us to dig in the yard at one point during our like very deep investigations. They said dig in the yard. We're out back. There was like clothes found like coming out of the walls in the basement, like women's clothes.
Yeah.
And they told us to like dig in the yard, and we were using dowsing rods trying to figure out where to dig. Well, in one of the spots where we were digging, like this was like further away from the dog, closer to the house, we found the side of a revolver about 4 feet deep.
That's an old one too. That style,
Like
that style
the
of
style
handle is
of
like
handle.
about like I feel like a 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
It's probably a murder.
Like a
weapon,
real
bro.
old school 6-shooter.
Yep, 6-shooter style.
That's crazy.
And then after the dig day, nothing. They
Really?
lost
Quiet.
They lost the house.
Oh.
They don't live there anymore.
No, that's tragedy.
Yeah. So currently the town of Mount Morris owns the house. And I talked to Tyler about a month ago. I texted him. I was like, "Hey man, shit's been coming up again about the Mount Morris house. How are things?" He's like, "We've moved out of there. Things are amazing. Like the family's doing better. We've got a new place in this area." And I was like, "Dude, that's awesome." He's like, "The kids are still seeing Uncle Alan." I was like, "Fuck."
That makes me happy to hear that though.
I was like,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was like, "Dude, I'm glad that he's still around." And I was like, "Well, what do you think about the house?" He's like, "I don't give a flying fuck about that house. It's their problem now."
Damn.
Yeah.
To have such strong like reservations about a house too, where it's like that's you don't hear about that very often. Honestly.
They experienced
Yeah.
some shit there, man. I
So-
mean, they had to live in that every day. We just
we
were there for
visited
a few
There
hours
was-
here and there,
Yeah, like we would spend like
and that was enough to stick with us.
8+ hours, and then we would just leave. But they had to live it.
Like they had to make breakfast in there, and like,
well, and it
like
it proves too
memories
like
in there. Like that's
mental health matters too, and like
Oh,
it's always like a bit.
huge.
I'm a big advocate of
But-
it, even if you don't think you need like therapy. Therapy is amazing.
Therapy's great. Therapy's amazing. Like I went to therapy for fucking years. Now I'm a lot better. I take care of myself better. But for anyone who is struggling, like I talk to somebody, no matter if you don't feel like
Yeah,
they're not listening.
And even if you don't think there
someone's
is,
gonna
there are
fucking listen to
resources.
you.
Like,
Talk to your employer. If you don't think there's any help for you, talk to your employer. There are so many people and places that offer mental health
yeah,
through your
HR.
employment, and it's just not something that's widely made known available. But
And if
Yeah.
you
talk to
think
your employer if nothing else.
if you think that you're gonna be ridiculed for seeking help, that's not it at all. Like,
And if those people that are ridiculing you, they have nothing better to do with their lives, and they are the most minuscule and unimportant people you
Yeah.
will ever come across,
You
and that
probably
means
guarantee-
nothing.
And you can
Yeah.
probably guarantee they need therapy way more than you do.
Agreed.
Yeah.
yeah, like mental health is a big issue for us. I deal with my own issues every day.
Mhm.
One of the reasons why I got into the like investigating side of paranormal and not just being like a researcher or an enthusiast.
Yeah.
I lost my mom to a house fire
Mhm.
in 2010, which I lived across the street, so I watched the whole fucking house burn down with her inside, and it fucked me up for a while.
Dude,
And
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
thank you guys. Like it's always weird hearing people say I'm sorry. It's just like it's okay because I've worked through it. I did the work. I went to
You
therapy.
had the beautiful years with your mom. I lost my mom to a stroke, and I watched it happen too right in front of my eyes. Not as traumatic, but it's like I understand that
Yeah.
feeling, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like losing a
It's
parent,
all love.
losing a parent's fucking hard.
It is.
And like working through I used to battle like that depression with fucking like alcohol,
The survivor's guilt.
alcohol abuse, survivor's guilt.
Mm.
But then I started getting weird fucking signs
Yeah.
like around my house. And I've always been a
Mhm.
paranormal believer. Like growing up, I still have my elementary school book that I checked out that I never returned of the Loch Ness Monster.
I love that.
Hell
Bigfoot,
yeah.
like Mothman, bro. Fucking behind me, I got Mothman shit all over my dude. If you want to talk about fucking Mothman, I will fucking go hard on Mothman.
We have a
Oh.
45-minute episode, and we still barely covered enough of it.
Dude, there's too fucking much. There's too
Mhm.
much that happened between 1966 and 1967, and I'm sorry for everyone who just got bummed the fuck out.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
yeah, like that did not mean to go the way that I wanted it to go. But I'm sorry that for anyone who got bummed the fuck out. Welcome back to the hype fucking train.
Yeah.
Because let's talk about fucking cryptids.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
actually,
yeah, dude.
let me show this clip, and then let's move into cryptids, because I want to
fucking
see if this is the same type of like footstep sounds that you guys also heard, because
Let's-
this is like our holy grail.
Let's fucking.
But I will say it's the reverse of what happened to you guys because you didn't catch the audio. We only caught the audio. We didn't
But
hear
we
it
didn't
with
hear
our
it.
ears.
Oh,
But it's seriously the cleanest footsteps I've ever heard, in my personal opinion.
all right. I'm fully listening.
Do I have to present it? Okay, you got it.
I got it.
Cool. All right.
Torment resounds.
So, last year a storm hit the back of this building and destroyed the roof. How do you guys feel about that? Does this make you guys very upset?
Nobody moves in this clip, too. Keep this in mind.
Vernon. That's a name, I think.
How does the construction make you feel?
My dad's name is Christopher.
Ours was so much faster.
Really? Yeah, and like
So much faster.
like it's distinct, but it's like, do you guys get the sense of bare feet on
Bare
everything, like
feet.
a wood floor?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
You
good.
can, you can almost
You
hear
can-
the feet coming off the floor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Here's the enhanced audio too. Oh, I fucking just a little too far.
Make you guys very upset?
Vernon. That's a name, I think.
How does the construction make you feel?
Yeah, it was like
you
bum,
can
bum,
fucking
bum,
bump bump bump.
Yeah,
bump.
like you can almost hear like the first step too, because it's harder. Like
it
you're
almost sounds
planting.
like the first step they like ran into something.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
like
it's
to
like
me,
their foot
it
caught in
sounds like if
they
you're
started running off.
standing with us, right? Like if you're just standing there, like in a dead stop, and then your first initial like step is like your power step.
Right.
So when
like,
you hit the ground, it's harder, and then it's flop, flop, flop.
mhm. Yeah, and that's a perfect.
It's
It's a
weird.
flop. It's a floppy footstep.
Mm-hmm. It was seriously, that was weird. Like none of us heard it. Not a single one in the room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
didn't see.
Only
the
us
noise
messed
we
with it.
heard
I thought
was more like
someone was like reacting because of the camera turn, but
No,
no, like
we
there
weren't
was
reacting to anything.
there wasn't a like. Hey, did you guys hear that?
the noise that we heard was
Mhm.
more like you're
Upstairs,
you're a
like,
husband
boom, boom, boom.
sitting on the couch and you
Yeah.
see your wife walk through the front door with another man, and he gets up off the
Oh, and
couch.
it's like
to
it's
kill that
fucking
man.
go time.
It's like that's the noise we like. It was like I'm gonna get up and fuck you up. Like it was a
Yeah. It's aggressive of a walk.
Dude, like they were pounding into the floor,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Damn.
I wish.
It was fucked. Like it was like I said, it was enough to make all of us recoil immediately.
Yeah.
Like something was coming at us.
The episode is called.
It was aggressive.
The episode's called "Creature in the Dark" of the Mount Morris Mystery House series. I remember that. Dude, that series, and I want to thank Greene County Historical Society for helping us find information. Have you guys heard of the Greene County Historical Society or Greene County Almshouse?
Mm-mm.
It was
No,
featured on Destination Fear, Kindred
Oh.
Spirits.
Fuck yeah.
We have a 2-part investigation there because so much shit happened there. Like
Yeah.
we turned it into 2 hours because so much happened there.
Mm.
Greene County Historical Society, they helped us out on finding out when the actual house was built, who the property belonged to for the Mount Morris Mystery House. And speaking of, I'm gonna throw a plug. This isn't officially announced yet. They reached out to me, and they want me to do a. They want me, Spirit Walk Paranormal. They want us to come up there and do a be a part of an event that they're going to be having this summer.
Oh shit.
And there's going to be it's a paranormal convention. It's going to be
Paracon.
yeah, it's gonna be a fundraising event for the Historical Society. And I even offered if they wanted to offer a after convention paranormal investigation that I would bring the tools and help lead the investigation afterwards.
We're literally doing that in like a couple months here in Michigan. Well, it's actually in Indiana, but it's called Ghostorama. It's the same concept and everything.
Yo, where's what location are you guys gonna be doing it at?
Is it the Bell Mansion?
Yeah,
Bell Mansion.
Yeah, it's at the Bell
yeah,
Mansion.
dude. Yeah,
Nice.
I was actually supposed to help some investigators like do cinematography and film there. Unfortunately, that project like fell through, but I've always wanted to go. Like it's on the list.
I've heard so many good things.
It's on the list. I will say, like, if you guys ever make it out our way, because we are fucking blessed. Currently, right now, I am.
We were just talking about that.
I'm 40 minutes away from Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Like
That's one of our big wants.
oh, it's on our list too.
That's a white whale for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's $1,500 to rent it out for a private, and then there's $200 that you have to buy for insurance while you're there. So
Shit.
it's a fucking
It's a lot.
Yeah,
And it's massive.
bro.
Yeah, there's no way you get through all of it.
No.
Huge.
So I mean, it's one of those.
Like we're gonna have to.
Oh, I'm spending
gonna
so
have
much.
to do one
The
on-
amount of
money this year.
stairs you're gonna have to walk that
That too.
night.
The amount of
dude.
time we're gonna have to spend by ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
straight
one of
up.
those places you have to, otherwise
You
you'll
have
never
to.
get
Yeah.
anything. You have to.
And then
So-
you just make a mega compilation at the end.
So
I'm gonna bring a shotgun and I'm gonna make solid silver slugs and I'm gonna bring it with me and they're gonna be okay with that.
that
And wear a
damn
garlic
long ears.
necklace.
I don't know why people always think, oh, here we go, fucking hot take, fucking demons.
No.
Fuck people who believe that every fucking location has a fucking demon.
No, wait, I
That's
will
our
say
hot
this.
take pretty
I
much.
will
where
say
it's like,
this.
I don't know. I just don't know.
So if we consider, I consider it as a
what we-
hierarchy of things. So
what we dealt with
so
at Mount
there
Morris.
is, whether you want to call him Satan or whatever his name is,
Satan.
there is, that ultimate supreme being of the underworld,
Mhm.
right? And then there's demons, like
If
what are
he's Christian, I'm not.
Well, I mean,
Could you tell?
I just
Could you
believe
tell?
in, there's something higher,
But it's like having a skeptic.
there are demons.
I'm
They
the skeptic.
they have names. I don't like to say them, but these demons have been around for epochs. Okay, now are those the ones that you're dealing with whenever you hear something make a little tappy tap on your wall? No, probably not.
Probably not.
But they have power just like anything else does, and they
Mm.
can recruit just like anything else can recruit. So, yeah, you may not be directly dealing with, Goliath, or you may not be directly dealing with, Molag, but you may be dealing with perhaps one of their,
Their underlings or
pledges.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Little henchman.
here's my fucking hot take. all these fucking paranormal clickbait YouTubers can suck it. I don't like.
Yeah.
I made a fucking Instagram.
agree.
I made a fucking real TikTok about this. Fucking
Yeah, I love that fucking reel, dude.
the
I
fucking
honestly
the
do.
night we almost didn't survive. The night we almost fucking died. Fucking demon house. Demon this. Demon fucking that. Fuck you. There's no fucking demons out there. And quit putting these stupid fucking cryptids that are on all.
Oh my god, did you fucking hear that? That was a ghost.
Like these stupid fucking cryptids that have a red arrow pointing to them in the background. Fuck you.
God.
Classic meme, though.
We literally do it because it's what works. It's so
No,
hard
no,
not. Well, for
don't-
the thumbnail thing.
Don't
Where it's like
fucking-
we did,
don't
but
you fucking dare do it for the.
I hate it.
thumbnail.
I fucking hate it.
You know the only reason why it works? The only reason why it works?
because everybody else is doing it.
Because one fucking person did it that everybody else liked, and everybody else started doing it. Now it's the thing that works. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
All
Trend
right,
set.
Yeah,
What-
selfie sticks were what works too. Anybody else carry one of those?
Nope.
Not
Not
No,
anymore.
no. Fuck that
So,
shit.
so the one thing that I do pride myself on, as far as like our investigation style, and maybe this is why we haven't blown up
Yeah.
on YouTube, because one, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but our production value is fucking great.
Cream. It's
Especially
creamy.
since
Cream of the
like over
crop.
the past couple of years, we have just taken off. Like
Mm.
the cinematography, just like I think we have one of the most underrated paranormal YouTube channels.
I would agree.
And people can fucking hate if they want to. I think that we have a really great channel, especially like this year. It's just gonna fucking skyrocket. But our shit is timeless, and it's not what's hot right now. And for all
Yeah.
those like clickbaity
Mm.
YouTubers who get scared over a phone app telling them that there's a fucking demon in the room with them, it's
we're not doing
fucking
it to have
bullshit.
We're not doing
We've
it to
never
have
been actually, like-
500,000 subscriber fan base. We're
Yeah.
doing it because we love this.
I love
B,
it.
we believe in it, and we believe in our outcome of our product too. We're not just
Exactly.
going to put it up there because we know this is going to work. We know this is going to get clicks. We know this is that.
Yeah,
it's
you're not just
planned.
shitting in a hot bucket and being
mean,
like,
Danny-
smell it.
Yeah,
Danny,
dude,
Danny has worked extremely hard
fucking
at
years.
building a brand. It's not building a channel. It's
We've
not
worked
building a
years
life.
at building our credibility.
He's building it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, we're in the
there's a
same boat.
brand that goes
You
along
know
with
what
it.
I mean?
So
Like, build-
if it takes us 10 years to blow up, it takes us 10 years. But that end product is going to be a Mercedes. It's not going to be a Saturn.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
dude. I'm putting out fucking Huracan shit. I'm not putting out every fucking week we're at an investigation that we skimped through. That's why like you'll see episodes and they'll be like months apart. One, yeah, maybe we didn't investigate for a couple of months, but at least the quality of our videos, one, they're great. Two, they're authentic.
And it's only going to get better.
That's the thing. But here's the thing.
I mean, it
I
takes
don't
what,
want
a month to build a Rolls. It takes 3 hours to build a Toyota.
Can't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley.
I mean, you can.
you can.
You can, but it's garbage.
Yes.
Depends on the bumper sticker, though.
Look, I'm classy and
Like,
trashy all at
listen,
once, but
if I see a
I
see
take
a
pride in
Bentley,
my work.
if I see a Bentley with a honk if you're horny bumper sticker, that's the coolest motherfucker
Cool.
in a Bentley.
But okay, so above the license plate, it's got a butterfly.
Fuck you.
Classic tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp, baby.
Not in a Bentley, not a butterfly. You got to get a better tramp stamp than that. Like I want to see some barbed wire with a fucking hook or fist in my asshole if it's gonna be on a Bentley.
Over all the fenders, it's barbed wire, like how you'd get it on the sides.
Metal.
we're on the same page as you. It's like building
Yeah.
a brand. Like we started off strictly as a podcast. That was it.
Yeah.
And then we're like, hey,
Three
like-
people listen for the first month. That's it.
yeah.
Dude, it takes a while, man. Like
it takes a long time, and then eventually, you know, I would say probably after a year, we finally had like a group of 30 people that were listened to every episode the day it
They
came out.
thought
you
I
know what
was
mean?
funny.
Well, and it's, I mean, how many, you know, what's the word for them? Influencers are out
Yeah.
there. And you know, you
Oh,
find
shit.
them, you'll find them randomly on your Instagram or your Snapchat or whatever.
Tons.
And you're just constantly asking yourself, like,
What
exactly
sets me
what do you
aside
do?
though?
What do you, no, not even that. Just like, what do you do?
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
you're
To
good.
that.
It's like there's no difference in what you're offering or what you're, you know, putting out there. Like, yeah, do you have
Mhm.
followers? Sure, but
Yeah.
your flavor's vanilla, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
and
Like, we don't want that. We don't want to be vanilla. We don't want to
No,
be.
you guys are just like how we are, unapologetically yourselves
Yeah.
all the time, and it shows between camera, off camera, and everywhere in between.
We bring in that hot crack pistachio nut cream to the ice cream.
gang violence.
If you want to hear some hot takes, just go watch some of the earlier episodes, and then it's like I could get literally canceled for some of the shit that comes out of my mouth.
I'm talking about
I
ice
don't-
cream flavors.
Yeah, I don't even care to say that I have a filter because my filter is fun.
Our no, a lot of my interviews happen in the morning when I'm drinking coffee, but I haven't twitched in a while. Twitch Tuesdays were a thing, but I don't know. I kind of strayed away from Twitch Tuesdays, and I want to invest more
It's a
time.
commitment.
It's a commitment, and I want to focus more time on like a podcast, kind of,
Yeah.
you know, how you guys are doing.
Mm.
And it took too much time, and there wasn't a lot of like ROI just
Yeah.
hanging out. So doing these lives and people, you know, I just want to be honest with everybody. I like having a beer at night. I like fucking hanging
Mhm.
out. I like fucking talking about spooky shit, my experiences.
Yep.
And then like literally my life is surrounded by the paranormal. I do have my own video production and photography business, which is the bread and butter, which helps fund these episodes.
Right.
The goal is to eventually get to a point where we can go out on like a weekly or at least a bi-weekly basis.
Yep.
And investigate one location, get an episode ready, and then
Yep.
we can be those, you know, paranormal YouTubers.
Yeah, and it self-sustains itself, and you get to
Yeah.
the locations with what revenue you are generating. That's exactly our like structure looking forward.
But at the same time, it's just like, you know what? I like filming weddings. Like,
Yeah.
as weird as it is, like weddings
Dude.
are one of the funnest projects I get to work on.
That's what I'm saying.
You get to be a part of someone's special day. They treat you like a fucking VIP. Free
Mhm.
food, free booze, and
Exclusive access to everything.
yeah, and they're just like, can I help you, sir? Little closer to the hole. And I just want
You want to get your food first so you can take your photos? Why, yes,
Exactly.
thank you.
Yes, I would. I've had a very stressful day. Thank you. And yeah, weddings are great. Music videos are fun as fuck. Like
Mhm.
but like, yeah, the ultimate goal is to be a paranormal investigator, trying to find ways to make it a more sustainable lifestyle.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
okay, so I don't want to have to deal with a evil fucking entity every fucking week of my life.
Oh, it sounds
Dude,
rough.
yeah, that is
But-
rough.
But like, I love being a cinematographer. I love going out
Me
and
too.
shooting locations, like, you know, getting the
There's
gimbal
something about
prep
seeing
and-
it all come together too at the end of it.
Yeah,
I love the video editing process. Like, I'm starting to fall in love with it and like learning new things. Like, sometimes it takes us a while to get videos out because I'm trying to
We're-
learn something new.
We're
that I
teaching
can add to
ourselves
this
new
video
tricks. Yeah.
to like get to that next level. You
what
know
program
I
do
mean?
you use?
CapCut.
We're just in CapCut right now because I
Guys,
don't know.
you guys got to get on either. I use Adobe Premiere.
That's what probably down the line is what we're gonna do. But CapCut for now, honestly, like it's really user friendly, and the interface and UI is really, really easy to get like to an expertise level, to the point to where it's like we've shown people some of the more recent investigation videos we've done, and they're like, "Wait, you did that with CapCut?
No shit.
What?"
I gotta use the little boy's room again.
God damn, bro.
I know.
Bleed the Dragon
Bro,
number
that's real.
2.
It's opposite day. Will
yeah.
you hand me one before?
Usually gone like 3 times by now.
I know. Like
Love
during
that.
investigations, I'm like, well, I've already like.
You did really good on his last one, though.
I
bro.
know. I did so good. Normally, I've had like 4 coffees, a C4, and I'm drinking a Red Bull at the end of the night, being like, "All
Just the red eye.
where are these fucking ghosts?"
You're trying to film the outro, and your eyes are just fucking bugged out.
dude, we could have had Fairfield longer, on our most recent investigation. We could have had it longer, but, dude, from 9 to 2. We had so much shit happen, and yeah, we could have. There's like 60 some rooms, 41,000 square feet.
A lot.
Like, I was like, I'll book it again at some point. Like,
Right.
we'll come back because we did Old Hospital on College Hill twice last year,
Mhm.
and we did Madison Seminary and Archive was in December. We didn't do a lot last year, which his job fucking sucked. He
Yeah.
was waking up at like 3 a.m, driving
That's
an hour
so
away.
rough.
Relationship commitments, and I was just like, all right, whatever. We'll fuck around. We'll find out.
Yeah.
But we still put out some content. But this year, I will go ahead and talk about some cool stuff. So we've done Fairfield County Infirmary, crazy place. At the end of March, we are going to Lake Shawnee Amusement Park. Which,
yeah.
have you guys heard of that place?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh shit, dude.
That's the place where the dude built a theme park for his daughter, right? And she
Yep.
ended up drowning in the lake.
Yep. So
Okay.
yeah, that is a smooth 3 hours away from us in the great state of West
ain't bad.
Virginia. So we're doing that at the end of March. We're doing Greene County Historical Society again. I have it's over there. I moved a whole bunch of shit so my place would look nicer. But I have a whole list of locations that we're going to be doing. We're going to do a New York tour kind of weekender. One of our goals is to hit 2 locations in a weekend. The first location would be the Wildwood Sanitarium.
Hell yeah.
In Salamanca, and then 30 minutes away from that is the Hinsdale House.
Mhm.
So those 2 locations are on the docket for this year. We're gonna hopefully do Archive of the Afterlife again after Steve gets his museum all moved.
Yep.
The big one on my list, which thankfully I've been working with Milwaukee Tool, and they've been a really good client of mine. So hopefully at some point we will be doing Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, and it just be the 3 of us. I might have Tim come along for that one because fuck it.
It's a big place.
Cover the grounds.
Big fucking building. So yeah, Trans-Allegheny, it's 40 minutes away.
Oh god, I wish.
I went there 3 times in October of last year. 1 to do the tour, and 2 to just like take photos.
Yeah, might as well.
And then we did one night we did the haunted house that they have. So, but my goal, my goal is to do it post Halloween. So like maybe probably like beginning of December.
Yeah.
Just because like then like no one's out. It's fucking cold around here. We live in the Appalachian Mountains.
I was gonna say it's one of those like where we're on the same like tip where it's like if we get a location in December, it's gonna be very, very barren compared to what it usually is in the summertime, people wise. So it's a lot less pollution. But also like in Michigan, it gets negative fucking 10. Like
same.
It
bro.
sucks.
Dude, we just live by rivers down here, like big rivers. It gets fucking cold all the time.
Yeah, but we get your fuckers lake effect snow. Thanks.
Dude, the lake effect's not the best. I hate it. It's so shit.
We're literally like 2 miles from the lake. Well, my house is.
It
like,
was 70 degrees last night, and it snowed this morning. So
yeah, explain that.
So you're close.
Dude, that literally happened to us this week. It was like I was wearing fucking shorts and a tank top going to the gym. The next fucking day, I woke up, there was snow. I was like, what? But
I had to
I
brush my
was-
car off this morning.
I woke up and
Ooh.
I like so my apartment. I don't really have windows. I'm a basement unit. I have 2 windows and one's in my bathroom and one's in my fucking kitchen.
he lives
Vampire
in,
mode.
He
Well, I
lives in
wasn't-
lights.
I wasn't looking outside or anything when I had woken up, and I woke up that morning. I'm texting my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, yeah, if you're not busy later, can I come down and
Spotted
see you?"
ghost. We will
And
sub.
she's like, it's snowing.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not.
the fuck are you talking about? I
No,
went outside. I'm like, where
no,
the
it's
fuck
not.
did this come from?
No, no.
No,
Like simply no.
I was pissed.
Oh shit, yeah. That's
my
literally
bad.
how I feel every time I wake up.
Yeah, fuck checking the weather app. I'll just look outside and see what I'm wearing.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
But that's the really cool thing about Morgantown, well, about West Virginia in the spring and the late winter is you can look outside and the sun's out and you walk outside and it's actually like 40 degrees. So then you're like, okay, well it's gonna be cold, and so you grab a coat and some pants and a
Yeah.
long sleeve tee,
And then you walk
You
outside.
go about like 40 minutes later, you walk outside and it's goddamn 70 degrees,
It's like, what the fuck happened here?
and then it snows the next morning.
It's about as strange as our monsters.
Bro,
Which
Oh my god.
that's
I
how
wanna-
Michigan is.
Cryptids.
it's cryptids. I want to segue into cryptids.
Well, I will say before we begin our cryptid chat, I probably got this beer in me, and then I gotta hit the dusty trail.
that's
'cause you
totally
boys-
fine.
That's
We're-
totally acceptable.
We're on
I
we're,
gotta
we're
go
on
work
2
in the
hours
morning.
here.
Yeah, we're approaching our like usual cutoff points of the 2-hour mark, but like cryptids are 100% needed to talk about.
Let's end it on cryptids. How about that?
And then next time we'll talk about aliens and shit.
Oh,
For
I have
sure.
Oh, what a perfect place to pick back up on.
yeah, because I have
they go
two
hand in
two
hand, baby.
encounters with aliens. But
I love that.
let's talk about some cryptids.
Let's get
Keep those in the vault.
Mothman. We'll start with Mothman since you are a in-house Mothman expert.
I have a theory about Mothman.
I want to hear about this because I do too.
I need chat to help me out with this because I can't remember the name. But Danny, if you remember when we were going down to Williamson together for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to look up some history of like the land surrounding Williamson.
Like Logan County and shit
right.
like that.
And I can't, dude, I've tried to go back to this thread and I've tried to find information on this ever since I found it that day, and I cannot find it. But
I probably know
supposedly
the answer.
there was a race of people that lived in our area, like the northeast,
North Central,
like the northeast area of the Appalachians, like Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, that little,
Holler people.
Country roads.
like Mammoth Tunnel
the
area,
the green-eyed
Appalachian area.
people,
Moon-eyed people.
moon-eyed people.
So
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was
the moon-eyed
a
people.
race of pale-skinned, moon-eyed people, and I can't remember the name of the race, but it started with A, and I want to say it was like Anunnaki or some shit, but it wasn't that. But there was a race of indigenous people that got into skirmishes with the Mingo Indians.
Mingo, yeah. There's Mingo and then Shawnee.
And Shawnee, no, it was
Yeah,
Shawnee.
Shawnee.
Shawnee. So the Shawnee are credited with wiping this species out. Now,
No shit.
if you consider Mothman, and also the area around where Mothman is known to be active,
Chief Cornstalk.
it
Of
is
the Shawnee.
also home to an area of, or it's also home to areas near the Mammoth tunnels,
Yeah.
Which-
Kentucky.
have been
Which the Hellier case. Do you guys
the Hellier case.
know about Hellier?
So there's goblins.
I'll
So there's
I'll tell you.
goblins that can't see in the night
Mhm.
around these fucking tunnels. And the moon-eyed people were called moon-eyed people not for their great vision in the dark,
But for their big saucer-like
or
eyes.
big saucer-like eyes. They
Yeah.
could only see very well on full moon nights. So these goblins are often seen around people's yards and properties just outside the edge of light. They can't see very well. So it's got me wondering, with like Danny had said with Chief Cornstalk,
Yeah.
is Mothman one of those ancient people? Is he a cryptid at all, or is
well-
he a remnant of an old race?
So I have fight words with the word cryptid.
Yeah.
So cryptid is an undiscovered animal, right?
Right.
So Mothman to me doesn't seem like an undiscovered animal at all. He's
Right.
like an interdimensional, ultra terrestrial, or
I think extraterrestrial planar for sure.
So somewhere along that lines of
Mhm.
where it's kind of like the case with like Woodrow Derenberger and Injured Cold.
Yeah, I know Andrew Cold. I know that one a lot.
So, dude, this is why, and literally everyone asks me, why don't you leave West Virginia? How the fuck can I leave my state when I have Mothman? I have the fucking Flatwoods Monster.
I was just gonna say you got the
Fucking
Flatwoods
right.
monster too.
I have the Flatwoods Monster. We have
Squatch probably
Yeah.
inhabits there too, and
Yeah,
Squatch is
Squatch-
also an
We
alien.
got, no, baby, we got our own Squatch.
yeah,
got our own
we
Squatch.
got the Yahoo.
We got the
The
sheep
Yay?
Squatch.
No, well, no, yeah, we also have the sheep Squatch. We have the Snallygaster.
Snallygaster,
We
Wendigos.
we got the
Tommy
Ox-
knockers.
Whoa,
the Tommy knockers.
Oh, I've got a story about Tommy
We got
knockers.
Wendigos, Tommy knockers.
We've
sheep
got
Squatch.
Wendigos
We
here,
got the Agua.
Yeah, the Agua.
Agua.
The giant
Agua.
turtle. The giant turtle.
Giant snapping turtle.
How
We
have
got
I never
the,
heard of half of these.
We got the
Dude,
Hellbender.
What West Virginia cryptids? That's actually a salamander.
Yeah, but they named it after
the
Oh, I do know about the Hellbender. That is one that does ring a bell.
we
actually.
got the Hellhounds.
yeah, we have hounds. We have
You
giant
have
black
Dogman
dogs.
down there.
There have been Dogman reports here. I want to give a shout out to an investigator here. His name is Les Odell, LESO''DELL, Les Odell. He runs West Virginia Cryptids and Strange Encounters, WV Case. You can find West Virginia Cryptids and Strange Encounters on YouTube. He also has a paranormal expo every fall.
Oh hell yeah!
He's a super cool guy. If you guys get a chance to talk to Les, super awesome dude. He is primarily like a Bigfoot guy.
Mhm.
Some of his casts are fucking wild.
That
And
is,
he-
I love that.
And he has a YouTube channel, so you can
He has
check him out.
casts, like actual,
like
Actual
V cast.
Bigfoot, actual Bigfoot
Did
cast.
he find them?
Yes. And he just posted a video, I think like today or yesterday. He goes and he explores all over West Virginia. He speaks at a lot of our events down here.
Mhm.
And like I said, he has his own expo. If you
Yeah.
guys get in contact with him, you want him to, come on your show, I'm sure
Oh yeah,
like he would be up for it.
fuck yeah.
But like I can't leave West Virginia. Like if there's like I have thought about it. I was like, where would
You'd
I
be walking
fucking
away
go?
from so much to do paranormally and extraterrestrially.
Not to
Yeah.
mention, I mean, how goddamn beautiful is this country?
Dude,
man?
the
it's-
mountains.
Oh,
it's-
it's beautiful. around
It's
here.
the fucking I don't care if we're like ranked whatever list wise in the United States. I don't care. I this state has so much to offer spiritually, fucking extraterrestrial. My fucking UFO encounters are fucking absolutely insane. And the Tommy knockers. You guys asked about Tommy knockers.
Yeah, we did a whole episode on Tommy knockers too. That's another wild thing.
So our very first episode on the other channel.
Yeah.
So if you type in Spirit Walk, well, actually, if you go to our current channel, there's actually a playlist down on the channel, and there's they're black and white thumbnails because
No shit.
it was 2018. I didn't know what the fuck. I
Yeah,
was
it's
doing.
forever ago.
So like black and white thumbnails, and the very first episode is called Flinderation Tunnel. Flinderation Tunnel is a 1,086 foot long tunnel that is right outside of Salem, West Virginia. I always heard about this place. It's in multiple books. People have talked about it. There's multiple videos on it. Towards the end of that episode, because it was only supposed to be like the first 10 minutes
Yeah.
of our second episode, which was us going down to Point Pleasant, West Virginia to investigate the Low Hotel and to go check out where, like, see the sights of Mothman. We ended up capturing so much shit at 11 in the morning that it ended up being the very first episode I ever put out for Spirit Walk Paranormal.
Wow.
So we get into this tunnel. It's March 11th, 2018.
Mhm.
There's fucking icicles hanging down from like the top of the tunnel. As we're walking up to the tunnel, my buddy Zach Richardson, who was like my partner at the time, like this was my idea, and it's just kind of spiraled, and now it is what it is. But my buddy Zach, he ended up bailing after a while. It was like after season 1, and but like I was like, dude, let's check out this fucking haunted train tunnel on the way down to Point Pleasant. Like it's literally like right off the road.
Cause fucking yeah.
So
yeah.
single camera. That like season 1 is pretty much single camera until like later where we have like a second cam. So single cam, I'm holding it. We're walking up to the fucking tunnel, and Zach says something about, "Oh, look at the icicles, dude." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And you hear a woman's voice, the clearest, cleanest fucking EVP I've ever captured in my entire life. It says, "Tunnels bring light," and it was, dude. If you watch it, you're like,
what?
oh, it's on my fucking TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It's pinned on the Spirit Walk
Oh
Paranormal.
hell yeah,
TikTok.
easy to find right there, fam.
So if you pull it up, you watch it, you'll hear tunnels bring light, clear as fucking day. Can't fucking miss it.
Yeah, how do you misinterpret that one, too?
Here's a weird fucking synchronicity that I didn't realize at the time, but I found out about it like a little while later. When I was in college, and this would have been, oh fuck, I'm old. 2009. So like 9 years prior, I was in a digital photography class, and they had us make a photo book. I named the photo book "Through the Tunnels There Is the Light."
Stop it.
And the cover of the book is a fucking tunnel with that quote. And the very first EVP that I captured for the show is "Tunnels Bring Light."
That's
actually
that's
fucking wild.
dude. Like it's
almost
not
like it
those
knew
aren't
you, but it was
coincidences.
also it's like
It said something very personal to you where it's like you have to like think about what that would mean because a
but it
lot
also has
of
deeper
messengers
meaning. Like
yeah
it has
like
such a deep
if I
meaning
heard
behind
that I might just write that off.
Well,
Like, that's just meh.
Here's the thing. In the video, like if you were to go back and watch like the original episode that we put out, you hear the voice like audio, but me and Zach, we were just like, "Oh yeah, dude, there's fucking icicles, dude. We could get
Look at
impaled."
how pretty they look.
The audio was so fucking clear. I don't know how we didn't hear this disembodied lady, and there was no one out on the fucking trails, dude.
Right.
It was fucking cold.
There's icicles. I don't want to walk when there's icicles.
No, dude, hold on 1 second. Let me grab this book.
I love show and tell.
show and tell. We're about
Show
it.
and tell is always so fun. We always do it too. Whenever we're just like, wait a minute, wait, I have it. It's like right there. I'm gonna grab it.
It would have been even like wilder too if it was the same tunnel. That was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
over.
Oh fuck me! Like the tunnel of the tunnel that he like was like in. Yeah, like a picture of that tunnel.
I don't think it is. He
Fuck
would
me.
have said that it was, but
No, Danny, where was that photo from?
Which one?
The one on your album. The tunnels that bring light.
It was a tunnel near my old house.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's out towards Cassville.
Yeah.
That's still ironic as shit though. That like you're in a tunnel and then to get an EVP of that, like I don't think there's like many chances ever of really having a coincidence that likely.
There's a pretty crazy coinkydink.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Where it's like if you want to put like a percentage chance on that, I'm going 0.00001, if that.
Well, the ghost took the book.
The ghost did take the fucking book.
The ghost took the book.
I hate when that happens. Where it's like I
Well,
know I saw it there.
that happens to me all the time when I'm looking for my keys. Be like, I know.
Oh,
You know, it happens to me a lot too when I swipe my debit card and there's no money on it. It's bullshit.
that.
Dude,
Or
that
dude,
happens
right-
to you too.
The
Yeah, all the
Eddie.
time.
Or remember what happened to the Eddie when we were at the Van Buren County Poorhouse?
Oh yeah, we had a device literally disappear and then reappear, like it fell, and then I was
And it
looking
would
for
have
it back
been
where it fell, and I couldn't
right
find
there.
it, and I was like looking underneath the bookshelf, and like me and my buddy Tommy are like, where the fuck did it go?
They picked up
And then-
the whole shelf it was supposed to be under, and it wasn't there.
And then we looked again, and it was there.
Searching boys.
Like what? And I will
Can't
attest
explain
to
it.
this. I was literally laying up against this bookshelf. Shit fell on my face. We're all dying of laughter. I hit it. Everything fell off of it to the back side of it. But I didn't hit it hard enough to where it's like it went into a different fucking dimension.
Right.
I can't find my fucking book. It's literally like all my fucking books are over there.
Dude, I felt that. That's all mine too. And it's like if I'm looking for something that's not in there, I'm pissed because somebody moved it.
Like, I couldn't find this fucking coin, my yes no coin. I use this a lot, like divination stuff.
Yeah.
Literally yesterday, I was like, I buy scratch off tickets sometimes because fuck it.
Fuck it.
I've been having a string of good luck. I
Yep.
won like $150 recently, so like
Yeah,
on multiple.
might as well
different cards.
try it. Yeah,
I was
might
like,
as
yeah.
well.
Well, I couldn't find my motherfucking scratch off coin, my divination coin.
Yep.
I lost on every fucking ticket.
I don't doubt that.
I found it. $2
One.
ticket.
Yep.
Hit $20 fucking. I was like, fuck, gang violence. Let's go.
Like I'm taking this with me when I go to the casino. I'm doing everything with this.
It's my lucky coin.
Hell
But dude, yeah, it's so weird that I can't find that fucking book. Like it literally lives over there with like Mothman Prophecies, my positive magic book, Keys of the
Yeah,
Eye.
like you don't take it out.
Anytime you've ever went to pull it out,
I have it.
Been like, Jamie, pull it up, and it's.
And I even,
There it is.
I looked. I'll send you guys a photo.
Yeah.
Later of the dude. It was the weirdest fucking synchronicity. But at the end of okay, so after the weird disembodied voice, Tommy knockers.
Yeah.
Tim did make that for me.
Tim, I need one.
Yeah, it's a dog tag of Spirit Walk.
That's hot.
That's pretty
Sick.
fucking hot.
Right.
Tim, holla at your boy. I'll
Holla at
pay
your
you.
boy.
Very, very, very first investigation, right? Like this was like a pit stop on the way to the real.
Yeah, this was like let's just do this.
Yeah, a quick stop. Well, we ended up being in there for like 45 minutes, maybe longer. Towards the end of us being in there, we're running a Spirit Box app. Okay, like it's not even like a real Spirit Box. We're running a Spirit Box app, and something comes through. And it says, watch out. I was like, watch out for what? The monsters. And then
monsters.
And then after that, we hear what sounds like fucking two rocks.
Really?
And my camera shuts off. And the Sony AX53 isn't supposed to shut off.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have like a stand down mode.
Just runs. And the battery wasn't fucking dying or anything. We had just pulled it out, right?
Yeah.
And then it gets fucking louder. And like it got louder until we started walking towards it.
It almost sounds like a fucking horse, bro.
Bro, it was the weirdest fucking thing.
What?
And the thing about Tommy knockers is on Sundays, you're not supposed to go into the caves or tunnels.
No.
We were there on a Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking.
That's
strange.
really weird. You guys are lucky you didn't have your shit get stolen too or something. Where it's like you set anything down, it's gone.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily back then, we don't have
anything to sit down.
Yeah, we didn't have I was just like, oh, I have my phone, I have my digital recorder, and I have this one camera that's on a tripod. And now it's just like, all right, I've got 4 cameras around this fucking building. We're here.
Did I grab everything?
I was like,
takes a half hour to set up one scene.
Yep.
Dude, that's literally how Fairfield County Infirmary was. Because we had this camera. We had we had to set up this camera for Marcus. We have this fucking camera for me. We had a GoPro if we wanted to use it. We had the Sony AX53. I had to make sure that I could carry around my fucking Polaroid. What the fuck else? Oh, we have my fucking modified full spectrum fucking camera.
Just straight digicam.
Dude, I converted it to full spectrum myself.
Oh, yeah, we've been looking at maybe doing that here.
We've talked about it. We're like, do we want to drop the $50 on Amazon to just like quick rip it open and cross some hot wires?
Dude, it's super easy. You open it up. You have to be like careful with it.
Delicate for sure.
You open it up. There's a piece of UV glass that sits in front of the sensor that you have to pull out and then put the camera back together. But after you pull out that UV filter, it's a full spectrum camera.
That's so wild. That's all it is.
That's
and
why
they
I-
charge so much more for cameras.
That's why I haven't done it to this. It's a $300 conversion, but I mean, it's probably worth it now. I've retired this
Right.
camera from like video production stuff.
Yeah, it's not your workhorse anymore.
It's still a B camera for us, like when we're out investigating. But if it fails, I'm like,
well,
it's pretty up there. So
yeah, dude, that's crazy. 'Cause
But yeah,
I mean,
hell yeah, guys. We
I-
definitely have to run it back for a part 2 because
I
we
agree with
only
that.
just scratched the surface of what we could dive into.
oh, I've
Sure.
got alien stories like Black Triangle UFOs, weird encounters I had in the woods as a kid with a like.
Oh yeah.
I think was a child Bigfoot that fucking ran me over. Like, yeah, like 5th grade, walking through the woods. I'll go into all this shit later down. Yeah.
It's like
Well,
I know everybody
if
in the
you-
chat probably knows our stories
You gotta
already.
leave
so
me
it's-
wanting a little bit more now. You know.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Gotta leave the cliffhanger.
Yeah. So for the next time that we're on, we're gonna talk about my Bigfoot encounters, my alien encounters. We're not just a spirit hunting. I hate the term ghost.
Right.
Paranormal is a broad
say
term that covers
extraterrestrial and
everything. Anything that is
supernatural.
not
Yeah.
normal is paranormal.
Yeah, we are a very supernatural investigative crew.
We like the X Files, but better. We like the YZ Files.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Talking to dead people is easy. Expanding and trying to figure out all this other crazy shit.
Yeah, when you start breaking down how Sasquatch travels in between many dimensions into pocket portals, basically, and that's why we're not finding his body or
That's
bones.
easy.
like-
He's not
unless
traveling.
you're a
He's-
flesh and
there's
blood
multiple-
Bigfoot person, which I'm not really a
There's
flesh and
multiple
blood
Squatches.
Bigfoot person.
There's multiple Squatches.
Loch Ness
It's a
monster,
whole bunch of people.
probably just like a Leopolodon that survived the Ice Age. You know,
Hollow Earth theory has to be something there.
dude. There's
Mhm.
so much. And first off, I want to thank you guys for having us on. Like probably the coolest fucking podcast interview
Hey,
we've
let's
ever
go.
been on. Like this is
Gang violence, dog.
Gang violence.
Gang on gang.
yeah, dude. This has been an amazing experience hanging out with you guys. Like before you showed up and we were just sitting in the green room, I was like, yo, we put off the same fucking energy, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
the
100%.
vibes are-
if you
the
guys
vibes
if
are
you
lit.
guys are
How
ever out
familiar
our
energy
way,
right now.
if you guys are ever out our way and you
Oh,
want to
dude.
come do an investigation with us,
We'd love to.
fucking hit us up, dude. Like we got West Virginia, Southwestern Pennsylvania. We got you fucking covered. We can
What
link
was
you
that?
up.
What was that place we were just talking about the other day? The sanitarium here in West Virginia.
Sweet Springs.
Sweet Springs.
Sweet Springs is like on our fucking bucket.
I was literally just telling you we need to go to West Virginia to do the college or the old hospital on College Hill and then Sweet Springs. Those were the two that I said if we're gonna go to West Virginia, we need to go to those.
Well, they're two things. They're the most affordable, larger.
They are very
locations.
affordable. Yeah.
You know,
I might have us in if we go to the sanitarium. I think
I
Medici, Nick, if you're watching this and I'm wrong, don't hate me, buddy. I love you.
no, I've
Shout
got
out Nona Carlo.
I've got it in at the
Okay,
sanitarium.
I think the Medici knows somebody
And
there.
if you guys want to do Old Hospital, Tanya Webb and Charlie Hatfield are two of the most kindest, generous
God.
people
They're great
we have
human
ever
beings.
met. They work with us. I've shot some
Listen,
stuff.
you
advertisements for
sit
them.
down and talk to Charlie Hatfield for 10 minutes and you tell me who's the rightful winner of that feud.
Oh yeah, it's the Hatfields. It's the fucking Hatfields for sure, dude.
That's a
Hell
good
yeah.
man. That's a good man.
Plus, like the shit that we captured there, like the weird do not enter tape moving when neither of us were near it.
Man,
Mose Blackburn, the spirit on the third floor,
Mose.
he fucks with the REM pod hard.
Moses is a prankster.
The nurse who never clocked out, like
I never did get to really see her, did we?
we never got to see her. But if you go, I don't know if you guys have seen the photo. This woman was just taking a nighttime paranormal tour, and just like they were
Oh, I
talking.
have, yeah.
I think I have. Yeah.
With there was like one photo and it's overlooking Williamson, and then like the next
Yeah.
photo, it's like a silhouette apparition.
Yep. It's creepy. You get the chills as soon as you see it.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Old Hospital, fucking 10 out of 10. Investigate every fucking year if I
Man,
could.
it's just a vibe. Like I swear to God, Danny,
It's not even
we could go there
hustle.
100 times and not capture anything, and I'll still go 101 times.
Yeah,
Like it's the town.
the town's awesome.
Like
starters, lit fucking restaurant.
it's its own energy, man.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there, but there
It's
is.
a vacation on top of an investigation. You know,
Honestly-
you got to live it up.
Honestly, our second time there, it was more of us just being like, hell yeah, let's hang out and have fun.
Mhm.
And even though I mean, yeah, shit was captured. Like we did get some like really interesting evidence.
What
like,
was interesting about that though is the first time we went, something attacked you.
and then it also attacked you and gave you like
second time
vertigo, but not vertigo.
Well,
you know?
that was outside.
No, that was inside. You had just left the
Oh, that was
basement.
inside. That's
you
right.
just left the
That's right.
basement.
That's right.
We went to base camp, and you were like, he was like in a fucking daze.
I mean, like-
fucking, it was like a doll's eyes.
The first time we went, like you were upset,
yeah, dude,
like, angry, and the second time we went, I was upset and angry.
I was like, bro, we gotta fucking chill
On
out.
top of what the fuck happened in that goddamn.
Hi, lady.
Hi, wife.
Hi.
But yeah, chat.
We could do this
We'll
Midwest
bring in
goodbye
later.
forever.
Yeah, we could do. We're really good at the Midwest goodbye.
Hey. Yo, yeah, dude.
Other links and everything is down in the
American football.
description.
Jamie,
You know,
can
I
you
hook
cue
everybody
American
up.
football?
So yeah, Trevor, Riley, dude, thank you guys so much for having us on the What Goes Bump in the Night podcast.
Very much.
Like it has truly been an honor hanging out with you guys and just getting to scratch the surface of some of our hauntings and like our personal experiences and stuff. So I want to shout you guys out. We're definitely gonna share the video like as soon as this ends, and we're just gonna
Same goes for all of your content too.
Yeah,
also, this is the start of a great friendship. This
Yeah,
is so
like,
much more than just us talking.
Amen.
Yeah, no, dude. I feel like we've known each other for fucking years,
Dude,
and we
click
literally
like instantly, like a second into you hopping on, we just like click.
I was like, oh, gang violence. Let's fucking let's go, you know?
Gang violence.
I can't wait for our like physical paths, the cross in the future. And,
Exactly.
of course, like you said, it's been an
Oh, there's
absolutely
moonshine
amazing
and pepper
time.
and rolls in your future.
Make sure you guys sub to their
Yes.
channel so you don't miss any new content, and so you stay informed for when that podcast of theirs arrives and is presented to us.
We
Spirit
have a
talks.
ton of new episodes being filmed this year. We're gonna have Fairfield County Infirmary coming out at the end of March. We have a residential haunting that we've been working on that will also be coming out here on the
hell
oncoming
yeah.
months. We have tons of investigations. We have if you know who we are and want to support
That's
us,
the damn truth.
spiritwalkparanormal.com or we have patreon.com/spiritwalkparanormal. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all of the socially things. You might catch us on Twitch from time to time. And like us on Facebook. We are going to be at the Grafton Monster Festival on June 15th and June 16th in Grafton, West Virginia. Be on the lookout for the event happening at Greene County Historical Society, aka the Almshouse, happening in early July. And I think that's all the fucking plugs that I have for us.
Make sure you comment and like that stuff too on the like a comment and stars on these like anything goes a long way to get it seen.
It's a sacrifice to the algorithm gods, but we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us on again. We really appreciate you guys, and we can't wait to get out there and investigate together because that'd be sick if you guys come here. We'll do a fucking collab, and we'll make some great shit happen.
Already stoked. And with that being said, folks, remember to keep your ears and eyes open for what really goes bump in
the night.
Love you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Love you guys.